Hello viewers, how are you doing? What's up? Welcome to the second day of the All Hallows Cup. I'm Karis, and this is Joy
And I'm
K,
Joy K.
and we're going to be your casters today. Quality rhymes. Okay, I was up all night thinking of those. So, welcome to day 2. This is going to be a pretty epic day, it looks like. Joy K, tell us what's in store for us.
In store for us tonight is the fight of the night. Haha, it's Leftovers versus Skogsapor. And as we saw yesterday, two really strong teams taking up against each other. I'm really excited.
I mean, let's start with Leftovers because they looked so strong in their game against German Panzer. Now, was that that they're super strong, or is it the German Panzer couldn't quite handle the pressure of coming up against a pro team like that?
I think we're going to see the answer of that today, actually, in the next match that's coming. I think it's a bit of both. It's of course a super strong team because they were like the pros, right? But it's also the pressure that you must feel if you're up against a team like that, is that you have to feel pressured somehow because you have to be like, oh my god, these guys are so good. Like, what are we gonna do? So I think it's a bit of both in that way.
Yeah, I do agree, and it'll be interesting to see if that affects Skogsapor. Yeah, with Skogsapor versus 2B's Determined. Yesterday was a much closer series, even though it was still 2-0, but they looked more closely matched. Skogsapor definitely looked very strong there though, and there's a number of things we could call out, but I think it was Knuti on the Li Ming, for example.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was just lovely execution. And I think we also talked about Max Passion on the Tyrael, also looking very strong yesterday. So those are some things that we might see that if they can pull off the execution that they did against 2B's Determined, this could be a really high skill series, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really high skill series indeed. Like Skogsapor, of course, have their champions title to defend, so they've got something to fight for. Also, it's quite an honor to be able to take it up against the Leftovers.
Yeah. So
as I heard my friend Wit say today. So
Leftovers. This is the thing. It's kind of, in a way, it's Clash of the Titans. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Thistledew. It's Clash of the Titans in the sense of, Leftovers here, a team made up of many, HGC players who've proven themselves as some of the top professional players of Heroes of the Storm in the world, and now they're going up against Skogsapor, who have historically been some of the top amateur players in Heroes of the Storm, and have proven themselves in the All Hallows Cup in the past, and they're gonna I think it's gonna be a tough clash. My gut feeling is that Leftovers are still the favourites, but I've got a feeling it's gonna be pretty close.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be really close. I think Skogsapor stands a chance. Let's say.
Well, let's just remind ourselves what those teams are playing for today, because this is the semi-final stage, and it's Leftovers are going up against Skogsapor in this semi-final. Over on the other channel, twitch.tv/Halloween Heroes, we have Main Tank on Flank versus Team Russia. Another match you might not want to miss. Some viewers could be thinking about doing a multi-Twitch right now, getting both channels up. But
that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, get them both up at the same time.
Really confusing, but a really great idea to watch both. But I mean, I don't think I can do that.
The winner of this semi-final goes through to the grand final and is already guaranteed a cash prize. We're running the prize pool at the moment is £809 total, which I think translates for second place as a prize of around £200, which is maybe €230 or $280, something like that. So it's it's decent money. First place, of course, is what they would have a shot at playing for as well, against whoever wins Main Tank on Flank versus Team Russia. That's that's a prize that's already running at about £550. And by the way, with your donations, viewers at home, it gets bigger and bigger, and you can donate using the button somewhere down there.
Somewhere down there. Yeah.
So that's what's going on. By the way, whoever loses today's match that we're about to show you is not also out of the tournament either, in the sense that they're playing for third place. There will be a third place playoff on this channel after the semi-finals have concluded, and that will be later on. And in between, crucially, in between the two,
Yes.
we have something exciting, don't we, JK?
Yes, we do. We've got Choi K on the job for it today. And it means that we've got something to give away. Hey, I can rhyme as well.
Yes, we've got a giveaway today.
Yeah.
In fact, we have two, don't we?
Two, yes, two indeed. We've got a €10 balance code to give away, and we've got an Imperious bundle.
I think we're going to give the second one away after the third place playoff. Is that right?
Sure.
Okay. Well, it is now.
If you want to, sure, go for it.
Like I say, during the third place playoff, the grand final will be taking place at the same time, but I think viewers could do a multi-Twitch and kind of have both up at the same time, keeping an eye out on the final, maybe while they're tuning into us. One way so if you want to do that, you can go to multitwitch.tv and you put in the two channel names if you want to, but you can also just watch us. We're cool. Yeah.
That's also a great idea. We're also really fun to watch, Karis. Don't under...
No, I know. We're the most fun. I mean, look, all of the series... This is the thing, is the whole Hallows Cup is so high level. All of the series that are going to be cast tonight are going to be really high level plays. And some of the top Heroes of the Storm action that we have in Europe right now. Because there isn't HGC. This is the best that there is. And we saw yesterday some really, really top draw stuff. So I think we're still just waiting on the teams to see how we're going to kick off this series. But it's... I think the coin has been flipped already, and there are some map bans in progress right now. Do you know what's going on there, JK?
Yes. For as far as I have been informed, we can see that Skogsapor has actually won the coin flip, and they have opted to go for first pick. After that, Mob 2 from Leftovers decided to ban out the Dragonshire map, and we are still awaiting a map ban for Skogsapor.
Okay, so now yesterday we saw ADRD subbing for Leftovers. Is that something that's going to happen again today, or have they brought DAB back?
I think ADRD will still be the sub.
Okay, so still an intimidating roster, for sure.
Absolutely.
I noticed Fizz in the chat looking for a Medivh pick. I think we saw Medivh banned yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we saw German Panzer banning the Medivh out twice.
I think that was because they were going for Stitches, which... I don't know if Skog are going to try that against Leftovers. Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, they have played... They have played Medivh, I believe. So it could be. I don't know. We have a map ban for Skogsapor in the meantime. It's going to be Sky Temple that they ban out, so we're not going to see Dragonshire or Sky Temple in this matchup. And for the first, in this best out of 3, we are going to Battlefield of Eternity.
Battlefield of Eternity. And that's been picked by Leftovers, you say?
Yes.
So, like, that's got to feel a little bit scary for Skog. I guess they do have the advantage of the first pick. That will offer them something that a way they can maneuver this draft. I'm sort of expecting a Diablo to get banned early on in a draft on Battlefield. But what else might go on there? I think, maybe some kind of race for the Immortal? Actually, I think
we can also expect something a bit more of... I'm sorry, I'm just doing some behind the scene.
Okay, that's fine.
Here.
No, I think, well, one thing I was going to say is that Knuti on Clutie on on Skogsapor was absolutely crucial on battlefield yesterday on that Li Ming. So I wonder. I mean, this is the thing. I suspect probably Leftovers watched that series because it came straight after their own, and so they might be, aware of the ways that the Skogsapor went about that battlefield match, and they looked so. They looked so strong there, and Clutie on Li Ming was pivotal to that. But also, the ETC stage dive plays. You gotta give respect to that, haven't you?
Yes, indeed.
And they went actually stage dive and the hacker, so a kind of double global comp on a map that's not normally known for that global style. That could be a way that Skog go about this again, and maybe they're just going to try and outsoak Leftovers and not take big fights, because maybe they're expecting that the pros have a certain level of mechanical skill, and they're going to try and shy away from direct team fights without an advantage and just play that macro. That could be one approach from Skog. I've got no idea, to be honest. But for sure we will see some Skog champ plays.
Skog champ plays. Yeah, it seems that ADRD is not here tonight. It seems that
DAB's back.
DAB is back.
Okay. That's good for our animation, which we'll show detailing the members in a minute.
Yep.
So given that Skog have first pick, well, where are they? Like, how are they going to take this draft? What are going to be their priorities in bans and picks?
Galnagunner is going to go for Anna. I think Tyrande is going to be a ban a worthy ban here.
Yeah, there could be. I mean, there could be as well something like the Diablos in the Garrosh getting targeted early for bans, like we saw yesterday. But the thing is, ETC can do a decent job of controlling both Garrosh and Diablo, and we saw yesterday. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Ryona1337. Ryona Elite is it. The Skogsapor aren't afraid of going towards the ETC. I know some teams don't value ETC as highly as, say, a Garrosh or a Diablo or.
But we have seen Wit play it yesterday to great results.
Yeah.
So
even with stage dive. Yeah.
To see it picked here. If Leftovers, I just wonder what they are going for. Like, they've played a new Barak with great results. They've played Garrosh.
I don't know. It's still too early to say. I think my gut feeling is that Skog will go towards that macro style. And
oh, don't grab me. Fucking hell.
Some shenanigans in the chat, but these teams. I respect these teams for having some top quality banter.
Yes.
Both teams showing really good sportsmanship so far. In fact, all the teams yesterday as well. We saw German Panzer, who took a decent-ish thrashing from Leftovers, and they took it with good spirit, and credit to them for that. Thank you for all the people who have just followed. It's good to see people supporting the All Hallows Cup, and if you want to support it with real money, which you don't have to, but if you want to, there is a donate button somewhere down in under my stream in the basement, and you can donate directly to the prize pool for the All Hallows Cup. All donations this weekend go to that prize pool. Yes. At least until the grand final has finished, which is in, I assume, a few hours. So we are almost ready to go into this draft. It will be Leftovers versus Skogsapor. Broadly speaking, Joy K, what's your feeling? Who's gonna take the edge here in game number 1?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We've seen Skogsapor play such a dominant game here last time that I don't know. We're going to see. Like, I've seen Skogsapor play convincingly yesterday. what it's going to be versus leftovers. Like, it's something entirely different, of course.
Yeah, and it's tough to say, like, how. I don't know if Skog, like, because Skog's Battlefield game looked, I would say, the stronger game yesterday, and so it's not. I don't know if they're going to try and go the same approach, and go for, like, by the way, the magic missile Li Ming tore down that Immortal, but it also tore down Garrosh. So maybe we'll see just Skog trying the same thing. Yes, of course, Leftovers is probably a harder opponent than To Be's Determined, but you know, To Be's Determined were pretty decent themselves, and but there's the Abathur banning away that macro idea. Like I was saying, maybe Skog were going to go into that macro. Abathur is one of those options there, and we do see Leftovers banning them.
Zeratul as a ban, also a really powerful hero. Definitely after 16, where he just comes online and... Woo!
Yeah. Now, there was a balance patch earlier this week which toyed a little bit with some of his level 16 power spike, but he's still very strong in the late game, and especially in the hands of former pros. Fizz is going to be disappointed.
Yeah, Fizz is absolutely going to be disappointed by this Medivh ban.
I want Fizz to express his regret in the Twitch chat.
I don't think he's here anymore.
Oh, has he abandoned us for the other channel?
No.
Outrageous.
I don't think so. First pick Hanzo.
Gregor Roach says we look retro with my turtleneck and our background. I think that's good. Thank you. Thank you for the comments, Gregor Roach. Hanzo, great for Immortal Race. Great for just poking as well. Like, he's more Immortal these days. He doesn't have the super devastating race that he used to have, but he does have like great poke on the Immortal. But there's that Diablo. That's something you've got to be concerned about, and it's Li Ming as well. I think that's Mopsy on the Diablo, isn't it?
Yeah, it has to be. That's dangerous. That's really dangerous.
I think if you're against Mopsio's Diablo, you've got to be feeling a little bit intimidated, especially Hanzo, who, if he's trying to jump the wall and he gets slammed in, he's going to get punished. Wow. Going for the Garrosh though, to respond to that Diablo, very reasonable.
Yeah, there's the Garrosh with not the Ana as I expected with the Malfurion.
They don't have the Ming anymore to take advantage of that Ana though. That could be a reason. But also they could have gone for maybe a Tyrande to the more Immortal Race. But they've
I'm not so sure if I'm fairly sure that Galne Gunnar plays Tyrande, but I'm not sure if he favors it. Alright, Arthas. Yeah, Arthas is really good at controlling Diablo.
He is, but he's also good at controlling other melee assassins, and I wonder if we're going to see something like a Greymane coming out from Leftovers.
Artan?
Yeah, or Artanis, who's great for Immortal Race.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, do you want to lock something like that so early?
Well, if you ban the if you ban the Arthas, which they have, then maybe. I still think he'd be vulnerable a bit to those Malfurion roots and the Garrosh stuns.
Yeah, here's a Tyrande.
Oh, Maiev.
And Maiev, of course. Oh my.
Oh my Ev.
Oh my Ev. I want to see, kind of want to see a Jaina here now.
I think a Jaina's a good response here. She does get good race after 7.
The thing is, Jaina is just good at slowing Maiev, kiting Maiev. Tyrande has no real cleanse. Slows on Diablo would also be great. We're going for
the Tyrael
and the Tyrael.
The Max Payne Tyrael. Yeah, Max Passion, aka Max Payne Tyrael. This is gonna be a top quality game, whichever way it goes. I think. Yeah. I'm assuming that's going to be a sanctification. Warden's Cage engages.
I think so.
So you're going to see Warden's Cage maybe with the Lightning Breath or Apocalypse on top of it. Sanctification. Now what do you do?
Right now for leftovers. And it's going to be Blaze.
It's very reasonable. I think that's a good response to Greymane and Tyrael. Will provide a bit more control.
Alright. What are your thoughts?
It's looking pretty good so far, I'd say. I think for Leftovers, they seem to have more traditionally meta heroes, but it seems to be quite teamfight focused. Obviously, they do have that Li Ming for the poke on the Immortal, and you know, if she goes magic missiles like we saw with Seeker yesterday, it can get that Immortal down, but probably it seems like leftovers are going to favor more of a team fighting based approach this game. But well, obviously we have to see how it goes in practice. I think maybe, I guess the idea on the side of Skogsapor is to not fight, and then if leftovers force the fight, then they've got the Sanctification and the Garrosh to kind of disengage a bit and control things, and not let Maiev run away with the fight. That's their idea. It all comes down to execution, and these are some of the best players in Europe, so we'll have to see how they execute in game number 1, Leftovers versus Skogsapor. Joy K, what are your thoughts on this draft? Joy K seems moderately distracted, so we'll go in and let's see the teams as we go into game number 1 in this best of 3 series in the quarterfinals of the All Hallows Cup. On the left, we have Mopsio playing the Diablo. We have Linked on that Tyrande. We have Blakitny on the Maiev. We have Diaby playing Li Ming. And Puttibos on the Blaze. And Joy K can't hear me, but I can't. That's interesting. I don't know if we can pause for technical issues, but anyway, on the right-hand side we have Knuti on that Greymane, Skog on the Hanzo, Wit on the Garrosh who's just throwing Diablo, Gun the Gunner on Malfurion, and Max Payne on Tyrael. So, immediately, Diablo's been thrown in, stunned, and locked down. That's the devastation that Garrosh can cause in that early game. So it's first blood already to Skogsapor. This Garrosh will be threatening early game. And that's going to be a problem for Diablo. And again, they catch the Maiev the same way. So we have just a little bit of technical issues with our co-cast. I'm just going to switch to... Actually, I'll just see if we can pause for us to fix that. But if the players don't like it, then we'll just see Diablo getting blocked down there by Garrosh.
Looking at a world of hurt, and he falls. Blakitny going in, getting the tether, and the resets on the Q. That is a kill on Wit. That is a kill on Knuti. Max Payne trying to get away here. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Oh my God, Max, you were so close there.
Okay, so we're just gonna have a quick pause while we just sort out one minor technical issue. Sorry for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back very shortly. We're in, I think, just under a minute. Can you?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that delay. We're okay. We're going back into the game. So, Joy K, tell us what's been going on so far, because you didn't get much of a chance to talk there.
No, I didn't have much of a chance to talk. I don't know if you could hear me, but I could not hear you. Is that the case?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what happened was that Leftovers took the bottom camp, and they also took 3 kills with that. With Knuti and Max Passion paid so hard for that camp. With Kidney just getting max tether value on the Maiev and absolutely demolishing the enemy team.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's actually only equaled out the kills because those Garrosh picks early game had actually put had put Skogsapor in the lead on kills, but this is, it's by winning that fight, Leftovers brought out the kills and evened it out, and so. As well as that, they having won the camp, they then took a tower. So really,
Yeah. Oh my God! Did you see that Indomitable?
I did indeed.
Denying Mopsio. So well played by Wits.
Great stuff from Wits Garrosh. As soon as he threw the Diablo, he was like, "I'm pressing Indomitable because I know what a Diablo wants. You want to charge out, and I'm not allowing it." And Diablo just charged into the wall that is Wit. And he got shut down, and that's the end of Mopsio. Maybe they can catch more kills. Potiboss being thrown in. The roots are there to follow up. Tyrael doing the damage. The Immortal Stun is on top of Potiboss. Is Blaze, and he's getting some serious survivability here. The Blaze Stun caused some damage as well, and eventually everybody's out with no kills traded. But the space created allowed Hanzo to get that work done on the Immortal, and now they're going for it. Mopsio, though, doesn't want to allow it. Wit says no, you're getting thrown out. Here comes Mopsio. Wall charge. The Tyrant Stun denied with the Indomitable.
It's gonna be enough! Oh, Blakitny coming in there and takes the kill. They take another kill, and that means that the AB can clean up with some resets here.
But look how close that Immortal is to being done.
Oh my God. It is, though. And by the way, we're seeing Blakitny on the Maiev go for pin down on level 4. This talent has recently gotten a little buff.
Can Tyrael finish off the Immortal?
Yes, I think he can. I mean, Knutik surely can here.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, it seems that Greyman wants to go here.
Throws Diablo again!
The ceiling is huge.
That absolutely savage. Mopsio is being slaughtered by Wit again and again. Whoever wrote Wit's best tank.
Skog on the chase of Max Payne with the massive body blocks here. Make sure that they get another kill.
I just want to say, it's actually 6 kills to 6. So it's actually even on kills. But Mopsio is 4 of the deaths on the side of Leftovers. He is being targeted by Wits Garrosh again and again. He doesn't have the souls up and running yet. He's on 57. When he gets a bit more souls, he will be a bit more tanky. But he seems to be getting 100 nilled in that root combo, especially with the minus healing. But here they come, looking for a fight. Blakitny going there. Maybe she can catch the tether onto the Hanzo? No. They step away safely. Although, is it that safe? Blakitny pretty low.
Sharpened arrows heads really hurt. Oh, the AB getting thrown in. You're getting put in your place here.
I just don't know what to say. This lockdown and blow up from Skogsapor, and again Mopsio, but he charges out this time to Max Payne. Manages to avoid the roots. The damage is following up from Greymane, but Diablo will get away comfortably. It is a thought though, going for Skogsapor already.
Yeah, that's a really good job, considering this was also the first Immortal of the game, which normally doesn't take a fort.
Yeah, and to think, let's be fair, it's not just against anyone. This is against Leftovers, who are definitely a devastatingly strong team. But Skogsapor are still hungry for more. Max Payne scouting out this bottom camp. Are they going to come in and contest this?
I think so. They're on even talent tiers. They look to take the fight. Wit is going in, throws Mopsio in. Here's the root with the minus healing. Max Payne in the backline in the meantime, dancing around, but the tether onto Wit is just too much.
Yeah, absolutely huge plays. This time Mopsio survived. He's been
and is now fully sold, by the way.
Yeah, he's been throwing out his fire stomps, getting those souls up like that, but he also heals him significantly in the middle of those fights where everyone's clumped. The fire stomp comes back in, heals you up nicely. And of course, with the help of Link's Tyrant giving significant heals. So Mopsio survived that initial burst, and then it felt a little bit like Skogsapor had nothing left, and that's when they started to suffer. And by the way, we talked about maybe Skogsapor going for a macro style and outsoaking their opponents. Level 10 has been taken first by Leftovers by a comfortable margin.
Absolutely, and the Immortal is here, so they are immediately going for this race.
Now, which team has the better race? My gut feeling is it's the Skogsapor, because they have the Greymane and the Hanzo.
They do. All with this is a dangerous position for you to be in. Mopsio charging through, taking position on this point, taking a lot of damage though. But if he can find Skog here,
I think Skog are not going to contest this. They know about the level 10. And they're happy to just sit back. But now they've got their own level 10. They're going to look for Mopsio. He's coming a little bit deep. He's thrown in. The roots is there. The taunt as well. That's going to be the end of Mopsio. There's 100 souls on the deck. Can they get stuck in? Contest this?
Oh,
this
the
Immortal...
Dragon's Arrow is so big onto Linked, and that is Tyrande running for her life. Skog is on the chase, charges up the Stormbow, gets the kill.
They're looking for more. They want to get the kidney, but
more.
he does have the escape with the jumpy jump of Maiev. And that means that Immortal has gone comfortably over to leftovers, but no one's going to push with it, and it should be an easy cleanup for Skogsapor.
It should be indeed.
With that in mind, what are leftovers going to do? I think actually they're still thinking about flanking and having a contest. Diablo has no souls. He has to be a little bit careful here. There's literally 0 souls. He will start getting them up with a Fire Stomp when he goes in. Fire Stomp doesn't connect. The Maiev tether, huge though. Doesn't catch anybody really in back into that lightning breath. They're trying to get Hanzo though. Yeah, there is a...
gets thrown in.
He's got a bunker though.
Challenge. This is the end of Skog, definitely.
Yeah, absolute Skog champ plays from leftovers in this case.
Yeah.
to catch, because the initial Maiev pull didn't work enough, so Maiev was like, okay, I'll use my container. Oh, but the throw onto Diablo.
Throw Mopsio in the fort, Blakitney also going in. We've seen these plays before here from leftovers. But the Sanct is so huge, but it's not enough. It's not enough to save Knuti. Galna Gunner under heavy fire here as well. Wit manages to throw the Blaze out, which was the immediate threat. But this keep might be going down here to leftovers.
Skogsapor trying to hold on to it, and they almost have all their members back. The keep has gone down, but can they get anything in response to it? No. Blaze is not the one they were looking for. Containment disc just to allow them to safely disengage without Garrus chasing. Oh, did you see the timing of DAB's combo for the end of that containment disc? That's absolutely savage. They can, if they start throwing a Li Ming combo at the end of a containment disc, it's really brutal, because there's nothing you can do to avoid getting the full combo to the face. Note, by the way, DAB's Li Ming going for a different talent build from what we saw from Knuti yesterday. Actually going for the more traditional Li Ming E build of kind of boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Let's spend the night dead. Dead in my room is what Li Ming says normally.
Yeah. So...
No appreciation for Venga Boys there.
You have to be dead. Yeah, the Venga Boys. Of course, we all know the Venga Boys.
But the magic missiles that Knuti went for yesterday actually can be better Immortal race, but doesn't allow you to go quite so hard in with the teleport resets.
Which
is
true.
throwing the containment disc.
Misses, which is of course huge.
And Max Payne is going to safely sit back, wait for that 13. It's only a few seconds away, but they don't want to take the fight any earlier than they have to. This Bruiser camp, though, coming in, putting a bit of pressure. Garrus looking for the throw.
Walking forward here. Mopsio charges onto Max Payne, in the meantime flips him over. But he's just out-mobilizing him, he doesn't really care. Alright, level 13 is now here. Blakitney going really deep. Dragon's Arrow!
The cursed bullet was absolutely huge, but they're hiding in the bunker, and it's actually working, but the Tranquility is keeping Wit alive pretty nicely. Blakitney's so low, they might be able to finish him off, but he jumps out of there. Greymane now looking for Potiboss, who's completely on his own with a doggy chasing after him, but he does have the charge away, might be able to get out of there. He is Blaze. Link though on Tyrande. Not enough.
Very cheeky kill here. Blaze Skog on the Hanzo.
The root, the taunt.
Challenge on top of the root. Mopsio, are you gonna live here, mate? Are you gonna live?
Oh, no, with a throw, you're not.
Back in there. He's still alive. They take 2 kills! What?
Credit to Knuti, because the calculation there. Knuti said, I know Mopsio's Diablo is dead. I'm gonna throw my cursed bullet at Blaze instead and get the kill that way. And so turn into 2 kills instead of 1. Now a lot of players, myself included, would have said, I want to secure that Diablo kill. I don't want to be thinking about, Blaze or whoever's, you make sure you get the Diablo kill. But just calm calculation, that level-headedness, absolute strength for Skogsapor right now. Here comes the owl, Chip's wit. Can they get this immortal before?
Chip's wit, and that was absolutely on purpose to make sure that Greymane would not get hit by it, because it reduces the damage by 40% here. That is huge if you want to win this immortal race. Kidney looking really low.
The Blaze bunker though. The Sankin responds. This is absolutely huge. They're chasing the Greymane. I think they're going to get the Canuti kill, and they have, but the immortal has gone over.
They're going to get linked in return, it seems.
Maybe not. Linked has stepped away.
The AB is able to finish off Skog here, and although Skogsapor managed to get the objective with the Talontier down, they've lost 3 of their players here.
Now, remember a few minutes ago when the reverse was the case, that Leftovers got the immortal, but they lost some players. And I was like, well, now their immortal's not going to get much. And then they got a keep out of it. So, maybe that's the case here. I don't think so. I don't think Skogsapor can go anywhere near this because they just don't have the people right now. They don't have the bodies. And I think they'll be lucky if this immortal gets a fort, to be honest. I probably will, I guess. No, not without the support of anyone.
There's no wave to push with this, which is also a bit unlucky for Skogsapor. They are level 16 now, so I guess it's time for another team fight as we see them scouting around here. We see Tyrande trying to scout out where they are with Anti-Tyrael.
Here they come.
Kidney is still in that bush. Do they know? Wit's all alone here. Containment disc misses. Great Indomitable. Boss on the chase. Mopsio on the flank.
Wit wants to get out of there. He's thrown the Diablo away. He's taunted Mopsio, but that's not in need of a kill. He's trying to get himself out there. Throws the Blaze in. I'm not sure that's what he wanted. Maev's now causing an absolute heart attack for Greymane, who's been destroyed. Knuti, where have you gone, my lad? Now Diaby's going to start resetting, looking for more. Maybe Tyrael's in trouble as well.
Skog was just waiting for his Overwatch button to come off cooldown. But man, this was a tough fight for them.
Absolutely huge plays there from Leftovers, showing how they won yesterday 2-0. And despite an early showing from Skogsapor, this game now looks really on the ropes for them. This is going to be probably keeping them a 2 for Leftovers. I think
maybe if Max Payne can just keep dancing around here, he can keep Leftovers occupied. He is doing a great job at it.
Yeah.
While Hanzo is doing all the pokey that he can. Getting hit by the owl is not so smart though, because that, as I just said, diminishes your damage with 40%. It's
not just the owl, but it's also that the wave was tearing Hanzo apart as well. The whole wave was attacking just Hanzo, and he had to be careful and let it go on to Tyrael instead. Yeah, great play from Max Payne, and also from Wit as well. Skog as well, to keep Leftovers from taking that keep. It was the Max Payne old switcheroo talent level 13 from Tyrael that allowed him to go hippity hoppity in and out, do the hokey cokey onto Leftovers, and they eventually had to back away. Now, this is going to be the decisive fight probably of the game. Yeah. At least if Skogsapor lose this, there's no coming back for them. What can they do? They don't want to take the fight under the enemy immortal, but right now that's all Leftovers are letting them do, and those lanes are rolling in. They have to take the fight soon. Greymane in the containment disc though. The
sanctification. It's really early. Warlord's challenge is still available. There comes the Dragon's Arrow. The bunker is so huge here.
I think it looks like Skog are trying to disengage, and they will get away with it, but they don't have any heroics left, and that means Leftovers are just going to come running at them. I think Skog's plan is now just to sit in the Immortal and wait for the fight there, but those catapults are going to start knocking on the door eventually in the bottom lane.
Down at this point, and there's a Bruiser camp walking onto their core. They have to kind of act now, because the core is starting to take decent damage here. Kidney on a wonderful flank here, gets the tethers in, and everyone is just running so low. Everyone is dying everywhere. DAV is cleaning up all by himself. Here's a containment disc stalling that death out for Max Payne.
I'm not sure, but I think that might be game with all members dead and both keeps gone and the core already having lost its shield. Something tells me it might just be game.
Something tells me that this is indeed game.
But now,
Leftovers 3 levels ahead, got the level 20, they're leaving the Immortal.
this is the thing, like, Skogsapor looked so strong in this early game. I was really impressed by their play. But just not enough at the end of the day. Like, Leftovers got to late game and just came online. And it will be 1-0 for Leftovers. But I would say, you know, a lot closer than yesterday's series.
Yesterday. That's something that we can say for sure.
So, Skogsapor, I think, shouldn't be feeling uneasy about that. I think they had all the right ideas, and Wit's Garrosh was absolutely a devastating force, catching kill after kill in the early game. It seemed a little bit like Diablo spiked towards the late game. The combination, by the way, of Tyrande Owls and Diablo W provided so many slows and so much damage reduction for Greymane and Hanzo that they couldn't really get anything off. So Diablo level 16 with the ability to flames, great choice there by Mopsio, and synergizes of course with all the other W talents that he's taken, but just yeah, really solid play from Leftovers all round. But I think Skogsapor shouldn't be too disheartened, and I think going into game number 2 they will be able to contest that. So I'm still not expecting a 2-0. I'm still expecting Skogsapor to come crashing back into this. So Skogsapor will have the choice of map pick or first pick because they lost the first game.
They decided to go for the first pick again.
That's interesting. And then Infernal Shrine's been picked by Leftovers.
Yes, Infernal Shrines has been picked here.
So I wonder if Skog are going to prioritize that Diablo a bit more highly on this map. Mopsio's Diablo was not so impactful early game, but then late game he just became an absolute force for devastation. The Maiev as well, obviously, you know, was pretty devastating. And DAB, when DAB got on the Li Ming got those resets, it don't mean a thing if they didn't got that Ming, and that was just boom, 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 like we talked about. So I think with how that game went, I mean, how does Skogsapor play this differently? Like, are they going to go more for macro? We saw the Abathur get banned out by Leftovers there because they didn't want to play against that on that map. Is that something that they could that Skogsapor could lean into here on Infernal Shrines?
I think they could. I think if they macro right on this map, we can still see a really even matchup going here.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the way they might think about going. It seemed like in the mid to late game team fights, Leftovers seemed to have the mechanical edge there. I mean, it's hard to say. It was partly the draft, and that might have the blaze usage. We didn't even talk about that, but the bunker usage.
Oh, yeah.
Spot on from Leftovers.
Spot on indeed.
I think they might try to get Wit on Garrosh again because that was so valuable for them in the early game. But Diablo is so impactful on this map. Maybe that's something they will think about for that. Still everything to play for though. Do we know how the main tank on flank versus Team Russia match has been going?
Yes. It is right now 1-0 for main tank on flank.
So we are seeing the pro teams, as it were, coming out in force so far in the semi-finals of the All Hallows Cup. Just to remind viewers at home, whoever wins this semi-final will go through into the grand final, but whoever loses will go into the third place playoff. So both of these teams will have another match still to play after this. So right now, people's money is probably on a main tank on flank versus leftovers grand final, and what a grand final that would be. But Skogsapor are by no means out of this, nor are Team Russia, by the way.
No. Because there's of course still going to be a playoff for the third place of this cup.
Absolutely, and the prize pool for that is not huge, but there will be a cash prize. I believe at the moment it's running about sort of £25, which is I don't know, €30, something like that, or 35 US dollars, and you can donate that with the button somewhere on screen, and
somewhere below us there will be a button, and if you want to contribute to the prize pool, then be sure to. Every little contribution is of course very much appreciated, and all goes to the players. Keep that in mind.
Yes, all donations during this weekend go to the prize pool for this tournament, and I think it's 50% of your donation goes to first place prize, and then 2/6, or rather 1/3 goes to second place, and 1/6 goes to third place, I believe. And that's on top of, by the way, the £500 and for first place that was put in by the organisers. Thank you all for the follows. We've had a bunch of follows during the game that I couldn't really respond to. Sorry, because well, we were in the middle of a game, as you can imagine. Zeratul and Abatha banned out for the first bans. Abatha, we talked about, yeah, maybe leftovers saying, look, we're not going to have any macro nonsense like that. And Zeratul, of course, will be devastating in the hands of some of the players, some of the caliber of players that leftovers have. Alex Straza being banned as well. She is probably the strongest support for Shrine, for winning a Shrine on this map.
Yeah, having that early heroic, but we're still not seeing a ban on Maiev.
Yeah, or on Diablo. Now that leaves...
Or on Garrosh. But they have the first pick. Are they going for the Maiev?
I've got a feeling they're going to go for the Diablo. Because Wid's a Diablo player as well, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it is the Maiev.
They are going for the Maiev.
Oh my Ev, as has been said. But now that leaves open the idea of taking a Diablo. I mean, of course they still have the Garrosh, and I think Wids on Garrosh was absolutely fearsome last game, so fair enough.
I think that Skogsapor is willing to take to give them a tank that they want, but they're going for Tracer Malfurion.
Oh,
Tracer's really hard to control.
That's interesting. Now, am I right in saying Tracer was played yesterday, or did I imagine that? I might have imagined that.
I think you might have imagined that.
Okay.
Oh, Diablo and Hanzo. That's
the thing. I was going to say,
really nice matchup.
By taking the Tracer Malf early, you leave open that Diablo, and you allow them to ban that Garrosh. I can't help but think that I would prefer to see some tank focused pick earlier in the draft there, but there are still a bunch of tanks available who could respond well to Diablo. There is the Garrosh, which might get banned now, I suspect. There is...
Deckard ban?
Whoa. A Deckard ban? Well, what does that mean? I don't...
Are they scared of the minus healing? The thing is, Galna Gunner's Anna is still open. But do they want to go for it here?
You don't think there's going to be anything exotic like a Tassadar coming out now, do you? I know you, in certain countries you can be hung for suggesting that Tassadar's a hero, but...
It's going to be a Nubarak, that's what we're going to see. And Junkrat. That's a lot of hope.
It still doesn't rule out the Tassadar. I think I'm the only person in the world who still believes Tassadar exists, but...
It could still be a Tassadar, yeah. It could still be. Don't know if it's good though. Oh, Stitches and Rhaegar. That's sturdy front line they've got there.
Yeah, that's
I wonder what they're going to do with that. And the last pick is of course the Yorick.
okay.
Because who trades really well into that?
Oh, there's been a draft disconnect.
The AB has DC'd from the draft. And so has Blakitney.
Yeah, I think there are some technical issues. Don't go anywhere though. The players are sorting it as fast as they can. I think. Yeah, the suggestion is that we go to. Okay, oh I see. I understand now. So we're just waiting for players to just switch an account for technical reasons. But the yeah, the draft, back to the draft. I mean, I think when you have a Diablo and a Stitches, the Lyric is the obvious pick against that, and it will provide that percentage damage against two heroes who really depend on their massive HP pools for survivability. And they're both they're both super tanky, but then Lyric's going to drain their hope. So we'll see how that goes. I think the DAB on the Tracer could be dangerous.
We're still seeing the kidney leave the lobby.
So, what's your feeling about the draft though? Like, I like the idea of Diablo Stitches.
The idea of Stitches, I like it. I like the idea of the Yorick even more, because he just shits on Stitches, like he just does. And he is so good at controlling the frontliners, but he also has the possibility to go into the backline, get rid of the damage dealers. I don't know, it's just all
It could be, yeah. It's. The thing is, there's a lot of control for that Tracer. I suppose they're putting a lot of money on. I guess it's Wit playing Diablo, and who's going to play Stitches?
You cannot lock in a character.
Yeah, so we are just having a few technical issues right now, but we're hoping that the players will be ready soon enough. Yeah, I mean, I think that the Stitches and Diablo, I can't help but think they should have left the Alex open if they were going to do that, and maybe go for the Alex themselves. Like, Alex Strauss would be so nice with the Stitches and a Diablo. Globe Quest, by the way.
Okay, I'm just gonna go.
Okay, so whilst you do that, we will just we will have another look at the brackets for today, to remind ourselves of what's going on in the current semi-finals. So, main tank on flank playing Team Russia over on twitch.tv/Halloween Heroes right now. They are in their second game in their best of 3 series. Main tank on flank having won the first game. The winner of that series will go through to the grand final and play for a prize. For prize money, which is depends on your donations, but already the first place prize is running at over £540, which is decent money for sure. We've got leftovers versus Skogsapor, and the winner of this will go to meet up the winner of other series in the grand final. And after this, we will have the third place playoff for you as well on this channel. So I think we're almost ready to get going on Infernal Shrines. The draft has been concluded, ladies and gentlemen. But so I like the idea of the Tracer and the Junkrat. That's what is the response on the side of Skogsapor to do that? Is it the Diablo just punishing Tracer when she comes in, or I mean, how do they deal with it?
I think they have to. There's no other way. All right, leftovers is ready. Skog.
By the way, viewers, don't forget after this series we will have a giveaway of.
Yes.
What's the giveaway for? Joe, okay?
The giveaway is for a Imperius skin. You just said, right? An Imperius bundle.
I didn't say that. So if you heard it, it was from someone else.
Well, we have two giveaways, so it's the one you want to do first, the Imperius or the balance code.
Oh yes, the balance code. Let's do the balance code, the Battle.net balance code of €10
Alright.
first.
Then we'll go for that first.
So it's €10 to spend on Battle.net. That's pretty juicy, and we will have that giveaway in the not too distant future after this series. Depends on whether, of course, depending on whether this game goes to a third game, this could be, of course, potentially pretty soon. Let's have a look at the team on the left. We have Team Leftovers with Potibos on Lyric. We have Mopsio on the Anubrek. We have Linked on the Malfurion. Hiding in the fountain is Blakitny on the Junkrat. And is DAB, which here says Jump All Diva, but it's DAB on the Tracer.
Yes, and on the right side we have for you defending their champion's title. We have Max Payne on the Hanzo, Wit on Diablo, Skog on Maiev, Galna Gunnar playing the good boy Rhaegar, and we have Knuti playing the Stitches.
And that's going to be an interesting match. I mean, the thing is, the first game was, I would say, pretty close. Like the early game was so. Well, I would say the early game was favored Skogsapor, but the later game definitely favored Leftovers, and it seemed like Leftovers had the discipline to just play their advantages and wait patiently. Might be a kill on Potibos though. Maiev and Diablo both looking for him, flips him over. If they can get the Lyric kill, it doesn't offer them any XP advantages really, or maybe it does in the top lane. But more importantly, it's 10 juicy souls for Diablo.
Juicy stuff here. We see Mopsio on the Anubarak trying to disrupt the rotation here. Gets the stun onto Maiev.
Maybe they can catch somebody here. I don't know. I think it's both teams are playing a little bit cautiously so far. They're trying to sort of just get the feel of the game before committing anything too hard. However, look at the commitment to camps from Leftovers. They know how valuable camps are. It's XP that you can't get in lane. It's free XP, and the earlier you get it, the earlier it comes back. So they're just trying to get the camps rolling. But Skogsapor do the same, but for the bottom camp, which is the more neutral camp. So in a way, that's trade favors Skogsapor. But look at this engagement from Anubarak and Tracer onto Hanzo. He does jump over the wall. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. DAB finishes off the job onto Hanzo.
Recalls out of that Tether as well. Leftovers looking a bit closer to level 4 here.
Yeah. By the way, somebody was asking in the chat, is it Wit on Stitches? No, it's actually Knuti on Stitches.
Yes, Knuti on Stitches and Wit on the Diablo, who is right now flipping a big bug over into his tower, but the big bug doesn't really care.
Wit on Diablo going for Devil's Due at level 1, by the way, to allow, as well as the extra lane sustain from those globes. Or is this a rotation gank onto Knuti's Stitches? I think Stitches will be okay up there. Which will allow the Devil's Due will allow the pre-tap before going into the shrine fight. So what you do is you have the Devil's Due, which amplifies your healing fountain, and then as you want to fight on the shrine, you hit the healing fountain and you run in, and it's healing you continuously throughout the early stage of that fight. Can Junkrat get caught here? Wit's been pushed back a little bit, but he won't get punished for it. lovely turnover from Wits, bringing the Junkrat in and punishing him. And that should give them an early
Early
lead on
start
this
on
run.
the boss, and Boss is looking a bit exposed here with getting the wall slam. Flips him over, and that gives Lyric the chance to spoopy walk away. Hook does not connect, sadly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that this is. I don't know that they would have got that much value to kill the Lyric anyway, because he would have come back at the same time, more or less, as Junkrat. By the way, look at that top lane pressure from Leftovers. That Bruiser camp is knocking on the door. If they leave that camp unattended, it's going to cause a serious problem. But Skogsapor have secured almost the first Punisher. I think 38, 39. They're going to do it now, or are they leaving it until Stitches is finished? Yes, they are leaving it as late as possible while they clear up the top lane. Send Hanzo up there, clear up that camp, and then, once Hanzo's done, that's when they'll finish off that 40th skeleton, and then push with their Punisher. Max Payne trying to finish off with the Sonic Arrow is just not enough, but it's pretty easy for them to get a single skeleton, as they have now done. 2 globes stolen by Unibrak. Globe Aggression wins games, Joy K.
Globe Aggression wins games indeed, Daddy K. Regeneration Master also on the Unibrak, so he needs them.
Yep, and Diablo and Stitches. In fact, there's a full 5-man from Skogsapor pushing along with his Punisher in the mid lane, looking to start damaging that keep. It is an arcane Punisher, so they're trying to get as much value as they can out of it. But there's still an early game Punisher, even if it's arcane, and they're not going to be able to finish it. In fact, big engage.
Immediate cleanse.
Yeah, he does manage to turn over Unibrak and flip him into the wall. Punish Mopsio for his insolence, but for now, no real damage traded either way. So that first Punisher only got 1 tower, which
going
is
in really aggressive here, getting the wall stun on Black Kidney. There's the hook to connect, and that assures the kill in the top lane here.
Now I didn't see, but had Black Kidney used the mine already? Because if not,
I don't think there was a mine there.
Because if so, I think that's what I'm saying. If you're Diablo and you're chasing a Junkrat next to his towers, you've got to be seriously confident that you don't get mined over. But speaking of Diablo, he's looking now possibly for DAB's Tracer. No, they're going to sit back, try and get the maximum amount of soak. They're missing a little bit of soak in the mid lane. Wit knows that's going on, and he's trying to just rotate up there, but DAB's Tracer is stalling him, distracting him, trying to just be a temptation, always a thorn in their side. Now Mopsio comes in, trying to stall those rotations, so Stitches has to come down and cover the mid lane soak from the top lane.
Yeah, but we're seeing Max Payne rotating to that mid lane, doing some serious damage here to Boss. Oh, with getting the angle for the wall stun, it's a lot of damage. Is it going to be enough though to finish him off? Knutsy's so close to landing that hook.
I think that hook went through Malfurion's wings. They're not, well, not wings, but you know what they are. The things that the flaps. I think Rhaegar might be in trouble.
Here when he comes down.
I think he's in more than a bit of trouble. Here comes the Riptire onto the Entomb. It's absolutely savage onto Wit. It's 100 souls on the deck. It's Rhaegar as well. It's pretty rough. I think maybe Wit should have said, look, Rhaegar is definitely dead anyway. I'm going home. You just save himself and leave Rhaegar for dead. It was a perfect engage there from Leftovers.
Really well played indeed, as they are going right now for the encounter engage here. Comes the hook onto Linked.
They did use the Apocalypse as well.
So big, and Wit has no souls. So a simple pulse bomb is enough to finish him off here. Skog looking awfully low, Fall of the Warden's not available.
Oh no, he's gorged the Nubrak, who's the one hero who can get out really easily with a burrow. I think the burrow might be on cooldown, which is why he's done it.
Burrow is available though. Mopsio is trying to stall for it. And I think he's gonna get it, but Knutsy, no. In response, he gets cocooned. And then there is... no.
There's a bomb here.
The kidney setting up.
The cleanse wasn't perfectly timed. I mean, it was very hard to. But Knutsy's fine, actually. He's on a decent amount of HP. He is the fattest hero in the game. Maybe they can catch Junkrat, and they have. So good response there from Skogsapor, who are looking like they're not very afraid of Leftovers. They want to take this fight to them. They're not backing down, and they're doing pretty well.
They are really doing well, although they are 2 levels down in the meantime, and 4 down.
It's 1 level down in practice, and The
Yeah.
fort will gradually, though, you're right, will start adding up to it, because remember, forts give continuous XP bonus now, not a burst of XP when you take them. So in the long term, that fort's going to be a problem. And they can't take that mid fort in response because it's behind the gate and the tower still. But look how little leftovers value this Punisher. They've not even really contested the first or the second Punisher, and yet they're ahead a level in this game, and they're about to put.
Yeah, they are nearly level 13 here, and that's a talent tier ahead in this game. Knuti on the stitches had to go up to make sure that the bruiser camp of leftovers doesn't get too much value.
Here's a big Warden's Cage, though. And it's gonna Warden's Cage have been put in a cocoon. Maybe they can actually get value. The Punisher's doing some work. Skogsapor has to start getting out of here. Potiboss looking for an entomb potentially, comes swooping in with a ghosty form, trying to catch Diablo. The Ancestral doesn't connect. The entomb though does shut the door onto Skog, who will surely be in trouble now. Nothing that Gallagher can do, especially because the Ancestral healing was on short cooldown. Oh,
yeah,
DAB's not finished.
Showing their fangs here. Oh my god, that ancestral healing did absolutely nothing there.
Well, it saved Max Payne, who was going to die without it. Although, you know, it did have the minus healing effect, but the thing is, the fact that Max Payne has survived is all that was hoped for. Really, I don't think he was hoping to fully heal his health bar. In reality, it is a big cooldown though. That's 70 seconds. I think they were probably not going to fight for another 60 seconds anyway because they want to get that level 13. So we'll see.
Hey Death Knight, thank you for tuning in. Why is there an offlane stitches? That's a good question, my friend.
Because Knuti knows best. I believe in offlane stitches. I think he can do some damage. I would have preferred to see Bile maybe because I don't know what Gorge is going to do against the Tracer and a Nubarak. I have two rules about playing Stitches against the Nubarak. One is never take Gorge against the Nubarak. Two is never play Stitches against the Nubarak if you can help it. Oh, here comes the Apocalypse initiation.
Oh my god, the lockdown here. But
is it enough?
Available. Is he going to get away here?
No.
No, he's not.
Max Passion there with big amount of damage. Now, Skog looking for Mopsio. Does the burrow to engage?
Going.
The wall slam doesn't connect though. They're now looking to try and catch the Lyric, but Lyric's done the entomb in reverse.
Oh,
Gorgeous to avoid being
Max Payne is so stuck here, and he gets absolutely deleted by the Riptire.
This fight has been completely turned around by leftovers now. Skog on Maiev is in the cocoon. Wit's got to start thinking about getting out of here as well. That's going to be the end of Skog. Can you get out of here, Wit? There is nothing for you to charge to. Mopsio going in front, maybe giving the charge option. Here's the Ancestral.
Healing, here it comes.
Oh, that was meant to be a helping hand, but
oh, it caught Mopsio.
It was meant to be a helping hand, but I think Nubarak tanked it.
I think a Nubarak got in the way.
Yeah, and then there was a mine, and it was all over for Diablo. But can they save the keep? I imagine they can, but it will be 2 towers, it will be level 16, and it will be an advantage for this next Punisher.
It will be indeed. We see Mopsio taking the flank here. Taking the bush. Sonic Arrow is available. Should be able to scout that out.
So, now what does Skogsapor do here? They can't really contest this shrine versus the 16. They're going for their bruiser count, which is a reasonable thing given the situation. And I imagine they're going to go get the soak top and bottom, but really,
but
this
they are showing quite deep in the lane here. If they get rotated on here, this is really dangerous.
But they do have vision of that shrine, so they know how many are there. Malfurion? No, he's not.
Gal Laguna making the call to go for their siege camp.
That's cheeky from Gal Laguna. If leftovers find out about this, it could result in the end of the game because
Regard could get picked. But they're not. He's going to get it.
They don't care about it. I mean, fair enough. I mean, but the key thing now is what will happen to this keep. Here comes the Punisher. Skog dodges with the jump. Maiev still okay for now, but Tracer chasing, and huge Hanzo arrow though comes in. Here's the Riptire trying to cause an accident in the backline. Oh
my god! Did you see Wit flipping over that Riptire? Like, no, you're not getting to my Hanzo.
And it worked. His Hanzo's still alive, but Stitches, Knutty on Stitches was taking a serious amount in the meantime. The Ancestral just a second too late, even half a second. And that's not going to be good for Skogsapor right now. They're looking seriously into the kosh. 3 members dead. Here comes Mopsio with the burrow. Skog has to start sitting in the fountain, but the Punisher's working on that core. It's looking like it might be all she wrote here. It's Rhaegar versus Tracer in the bottom. Can Galnakuna kill Diaby? Maybe with the help of the keep and the towers. Here's the recall into the
Maybe if he can get the bite off. Come on, Galna.
I think this is the real match.
This is a real 1v1.
But we'll never know. We'll never know.
Because they ended the game too soon. Why leftovers? I wanted to see this 1v1. Oh.
Oh my days. It is a 2-0 for
days.
leftovers though. Well, that game looked, I want to say, more convincing than game number 1. Game number 1, Skogsapor came out in force in the early game. And they really showed confident control. They were calm, they were disciplined. And then leftovers kind of came back into it with a surge of sudden objective after objective after objective. Game number 2, it seemed more like leftovers were in control the whole time, and they sort of let Skogsapor have those objectives. And yeah, they got picked off a few times, particularly Bukletnik died 3 times. Just some of those great engages from Skogs, Maiev, and Wits Diablo. But it just wasn't enough at the end of the day, and ultimately Skogsapor leftovers proved kind of total dominance of the map overall, and they just ratcheted up more and more and more XP lead until they couldn't contest the final objective. We have a giveaway about to start.
Yes, I just started the giveaway.
Oh, it's already started. So
yes,
you type !ticket1 and you get a ticket to enter the giveaway. And when the winner will get a €10 Battle.net code to spend on Battle.net, provided to us by the lovely people at Blizzard. It's strange that my name is Witch. Oh no, he's already entered. Oh, I don't know what's going on in the chat. There's all kind of stuff going on in the chat. Anyway, you type !ticket1.
I can see here the people that are entering.
You can only buy 1 ticket, right?
Yeah, you can only buy 1 ticket.
That's just so we don't have any sort of favoritism of people buying 1 million tickets or anything.
Hashtag rigged.
Yes, possibly. No. No, there's no rigging here. So, Skogsapor did lose to leftovers. I mean, Joy K, I mean, you heard my take. Like, what's your feeling about why leftovers won this so comprehensively?
The thing is, and this is something that we have seen from leftovers in yesterday's game as well, they just have this mechanical skill to turn every team fight, every engage into their favor. And I think that was just so powerful for them, seeing how they just took advantage of every opportunity they got to turn a fight around, and managing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, leftovers just looked so dominant, and it does mean they are through to the grand final. Now, do we know what's going on in the main tank on flank versus Team Russia game?
We know what is going on the other side, yes.
What is going on?
That our other pro team, the main tank on flank, has 2-0'd as well. So that means that the grand final is actually going to be leftovers versus Dignatic.
Wow.
And yeah, that's pretty cool. We're going to have Team Russia versus Skogsapor.
Yeah, I mean, this that's going to be an epic final, but it's also going to be an epic third place playoff, which we're going to bring you shortly, just after the giveaway, I believe. Mm. I mean, I think we've got to say that, like, main tank on flank and leftovers have both shown themselves to be really, really strong teams so far. I think they've 2-0'd all their games, both of them. So we see now,
Yeah.
why pros are pros, and they are absolutely dominant. So great stuff from those teams, and it's going to be a really exciting final. But the third place playoff, like Skogsapor looked so strong there. Like Skogsapor, I really feel could have won game number 1 against Leftovers today, and they're going to go up against Team Russia to play for third place, which does have a cash prize.
Yes. How much is that right now, Karen?
The third place prize, I probably should know that. I would tell you that the total prize pool is 814 British pounds right now, which I don't know what that is in real money, but it's significant. I'll tell you what the
because there is going to be a third place prize, yes?
Yes, there will be. Is about £27. Depends on the exact numbers, but it's roughly £27, which you can think of as maybe 35 euros, something like that, or sorry, no, 32 euros, and maybe 38, $40, something like that. My conversion rates aren't great. Anyone who wants to correct me can go on to xe.com or whatever. Or just type into your favorite search engine. What is £27 in dollar? That's for third place though. That's what people who are watching this channel will see the match for. That's the third place playoff, which we will have in just a few minutes time. But the first place prize is going to be something like £580, and it's still climbing because you at home can donate money right now, and it will go directly into that prize pool for all 3 of the top positions, which will be main tank on flank, Leftovers, and either Team Russia or Skogsapor, depending on who wins the third place playoff. So, first of all, when's the giveaway ending? That's the question.
Giveaway, I will end it in what about a minute?
Okay, well there's a 1-minute delay on the stream, so
Right, then I'll say 2 minutes, and then that means I will end it in 1 minute. And
okay, so 1 minute in your time, viewer, is going to be the end of the giveaway. So definitely !ticket1 if you want to get into the giveaway for a €10 BattleNet, and we will have another giveaway later on.
Oh my God!
Another giveaway. Oh my days.
Oh my days.
Or oh my Ev, as is the new.
Oh my Ev.
Oh my Ev, as is the new coinage.
Yeah.
Well, and that will be for an Imperious bundle of some description, and that will be after the third place playoff, which will be on this channel soon. Gut feelings: Team Russia versus Skogsapor. Because you cast the EU Nexus contest, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Where we saw Team Russia win.
Yes.
So they're looking like a pretty terrifying force right now.
They are a pretty terrifying force right now. Yeah, I mean, I've seen crazy plays coming out from Russia. I've seen Mr. Bannebeer trying to finish off a core on his own. I've seen Russia do team wipes over and over and over again. I don't know, it's just they're a super strong team, and I'm really interested in seeing how Skogsapor is going to play into that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Team Russia seem to be really strong, calm, and disciplined. Skogsapor, actually, I was impressed. They seem like that as well against Leftovers. I thought some teams would get intimidated by that, but they seem to do, I would say, pretty well. And yeah, I think by no means should Skogsapor feel ashamed of their performance against.
Absolutely not.
Against Leftovers, who of course are a former pro team. Well, pro team now. I mean, they will get prize money from this tournament. They're of at least a couple of £100, maybe 500 or more. So, I mean, I don't know what that is in euros, but we're talking like the first place prize will be something like €600, something like that, maybe more. So it's not bad, not bad.
It's not bad, not bad. Indeed.
Is it time to end the giveaway? I think the giveaway
I think it is.
giveaway is about to enter. You will all see this in the past. Sorry, you'll see this in the future, because we have a delay for the players so that they can't be sniped or anything. And the giveaway has ended. Tell us, Joy K, who's won?
Draw a winner. I'm pushing the button. Rush Hots. Congratulations.
Well done, Rush Hot.
Be sure to fire me a whisper on Twitch so I can give you the code that you just won. I just typed something in the team chat so you can fire me a message and I will give you your prize.
Well, they I'm sure yeah, you can message them and we'll sort that out. It will be there's a balance code. Right, I believe the teams are getting ready in another place, getting ready for their next match. But we're going to take a short break and we're going to show you some of the highlights from the series we've just cast. Any final thoughts though on Leftovers versus Skogsapor or Joy K?
Good luck to Leftovers in the finals, and really well played by Skogsapor. And I'm really excited for the next series as well.
Okay, join us again in just a few minutes when we will be bringing you the third place playoff between Skogsapor and Team Russia.
There, it takes the kill. They take another kill, and that means that the AB can clean up with some resets.
They come looking for a fight, but Kidney going there. Maybe she can catch the tether onto the Hanzo? No, they step away safely. Although is it that safe? But Kidney pretty low.
Sharpened arrows heads really hold the AB.
But he charges out this time to max pain. Manages to avoid the roots. The damage is following up from Greymane, but Diablo will get away comfortably. It is a fort though, going for Skogsapor already.
To take the fight, Witz going in, throws Mopsio in. Here's the root to mine the ceiling, max pain in the backline. In the meantime, dancing around, but the tether onto Witz is just too much.
Yeah, absolutely huge.
Through, taking position on this point, taking a lot of damage though, but if he can find Skog here.
I think Skog are not going to contest this.
Oh, the Dragon's Arrow is so big onto Linked, and that is Ronda running for her life. Skog is on the chase, charges up the Stormbow, gets the kill.
They're looking for more. They want to get Blakidney, but
more.
he does have the escape with the jumpy jump of Maiev. And that means trying to get Hanzo though. Yeah, there is a...
gets in,
He's got a
dodges
bunker
the
though.
corner challenge. This is the end of Skog, definitely.
Yeah, absolute Skog champ plays from Leftovers in this case.
Yeah.
to catch, because the initial Maiev pull didn't work enough, so Maiev was like, okay, I'll use my continuous. Oh, but the throw onto Diablo.
Mopsio in the fort, Blakidney also going in. We've seen these plays before here from Leftovers. But the Sanct is so huge, but it's not enough. It's not enough to save Knuti. Galna Gunner under heavy fire here as well. Wit manages to throw the blaze out, which was the immediate threat. But this keep might be going down here to Leftovers.
Skogsapor trying to hold on to it, and they almost have all their members back. No, the creep has gone down, but can they get anything in response to it? No, Blaze is not the one they were looking for. Containment disc just to allow them to safely disengage without Garrus chasing.
Dragon's Arrow?
The cursed bullet was absolutely huge. But they're hiding in the bunker, and it's actually working, but the Tranquility is keeping Wit alive pretty nicely. Blakidney's so low, they might be able to finish him off, but he jumps out of there. Greymane now looking for Potipos, who's completely on his own with the doggy chasing after him, but he does have the charge away. Might be able to get out of there. He is Blaze. Link though on Tarant. Not enough.
Very cheeky kill here by the Skog on the Hanzo.
The root, the taunt.
Challenge on the root. Mopsio, are you gonna live here, mate? Are you gonna live?
Oh, no, with a throw, you're not.
Go back in there. He's still alive. They take 2 kills. What?
They're chasing the Greymane. I think they're going to get the Knuti kill, and they have, but the Immortal has gone over.
They're gonna get linked in return, it seems.
Maybe not. Link just has stepped away.
The AB is able to finish off Skog here, and although Skogsapor managed to get the objective with the Talenteer down, they've lost 3. Do they know? Wit's all alone here. Containment disc misses. Great Indomitable. Boss on the chase. Mopsio on the flank.
Wade wants to get out of there. He's thrown the Diablo away. He's taunted Mopsio, but he's not. That's not in need of a kill. He's trying to get himself out there. Throws the Blaze in. I'm not sure that's what he wanted. Maev's now causing an absolute heart attack for Grayman, who's been destroyed. Knuti, where have you gone, my lad? Now Diaby's going to start resetting, looking for more. Maybe Tyriel's in trouble as well.
Skog was just waiting for his Overwatch button to come off cooldown.
Let's go. The
There's
Shank!
The sanctification. It's really early. Warlord's challenge is still available. There comes the Dragon's Arrow. The bunker is so huge here.
I think it looks like Skog are trying to disengage, and they will get away with it, but they don't have any heroics left, and that means leftovers are just going to come running at them. I think Skog's plan is now just to sit in the Immortal and wait for the fight there, but those catapults are going to start knocking on the door eventually in the bottom lane.
Down at this point, and there's a Bruiser camp walking onto their core. They can't. They have to kind of act now, because the core is starting to take decent damage here. Black Kidney on a wonderful flank here gets the tethers in, and everyone is just running so low. Everyone is dying everywhere. DAV is cleaning up all by himself. Here's the containment disc stalling that death out for Max Payne.
Yeah, he does manage to turn over an Unibrak and flip him into the wall. Punish Mopsio for DAB's Tracer. No, they're going to sit back, try and get the maximum amount of soak. They're missing a little bit of soak in the mid lane. Wit knows that's going on, and he's trying to just rotate up there, but DAB's Tracer is stalling him, distracting him, trying to just be a temptation, always a thorn in their side. Now Mopsio comes in, trying to stall those rotations, so Stitches has to come down and cover the mid lane soak from the top lane.
Yeah, but we're seeing Max Payne rotating to that mid lane, doing some serious damage here to Boss. Oh, with getting the angle for the wall stun, it's a lot of damage. Is it going to be enough though to finish him off? Knutsy's so close to landing that hook.
I think that hook went through Malfurion's wings. Not wings, but you know what they are. The things that the flaps. I think Rhaegar might be in trouble.
Here. Really well played indeed. I think here comes the hook onto Linked.
They did use the Apocalypse as well.
So big, and Wit has no souls. So a simple pulse bomb is enough to finish him off here. Skog looking awfully low falls. The Warden's not available.
Oh no, he's gorged a Nubrak, who's the one hero who can get out really easily with a burrow. I think the burrow might be on cooldown, which is why he's done it.
The burrow is available though. Mopsio is trying to stall for it, and I think he's gonna get it, but Knuti no. Oh, in response, he gets cocooned. And oh no.
There's a bomb here.
He's setting up.
The cleanse wasn't perfectly timed. I mean, it was very hard to. But Knuti's fine actually. He's on a decent amount of HP. He is the fattest hero in the game. Maybe they can catch Junkrat, and they have. So good response there from Skogsapor, who are looking like they're not very afraid of leftovers. They want to take this fight to them. They're not backing down, and they're doing pretty well. They're now looking to try and catch the Lyric, but Lyric's done in two in reverse. Gorgeous to avoid being
Max Payne is so stuck here, and he gets absolutely deleted by the Riptire.
This fight has been completely turned around by leftovers now. Skog on Maiev is in the cocoon. Wit's got to start thinking about getting out of here as well. That's going to be the end of Skog. Can you get out of here, Wit? There is nothing for you to charge to. Mopsio going in front, maybe giving the charge option. Here, the Ancestral.
Healing, here it comes.
Oh, that was meant to be a helping hand, but
it caught Mopsio.
It was meant to be a helping hand, but I think, yeah, Nubrak tanked it.
I think Nubrak got in the way.
Yeah, and then there was a mine, and it was all over for Diablo. But can they save the keep? I imagine they can, but it will be 2 towers, it will be level 16, and it will be an advantage for this next Punisher. Gog has to start sitting in that fountain, but the Punisher's working on that core. It's looking like it might be all she wrote here. It's Rhaegar versus Tracer in the bottom. Can Galnakuna kill DAB? Maybe with the help of the keep and the towers. Here's the recall into the
Maybe if he can get the bite off. Come on, Galna.
I think this is the real match. This is the real 1v1. But we'll never know. We'll never know
because they ended the game too soon.
Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. So, we are about to bring you the 3rd place playoff for the All Hallows Cup. The winner will be crowned in glory and win a modest sum of 25 or so pounds. Maybe even 30, unless you donate and then they get more.
Yeah.
Although the first place and second place will get even more. But the
which is also great, of course.
no, I mean, of course. I mean, and by donating, we're supporting the resurrection, if you like, of professional Heroes of the Storm. And there's been a lot of good community initiatives to kind of keep the pros in the game and really support this game going forwards. And that's what we're doing here at the All Hallows Cup as well. So, we are about to go into the draft in game number 1 for the third place playoff. It's a best of 3. And in the first game of the series, we are going to Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow it is.
So what were the map bans for this series?
The map bans for this series. The coin flip was won by Russia, and they decided to go for the first pick, so they have the first pick in this lobby. Skogsapor has banned out Sky Temple like they did last time, and Team Russia has banned out to Spider Queen, and we are taking to Cursed Hollow.
So, Cursed Hollow is a very sort of macro-focused map because it is, you know, probably the largest map that actually gets played in the game. Obviously, Warhead Junction is larger, and
but it's not in the map pool.
Yeah,
so.
it's not in the yeah. So it's probably a macro-focused style in picking this by Skogsapor. We saw yesterday them make good use of Dahaka and ETC stage dive, albeit on a different map. Could that be the way that they go here?
They played it to great effect, so it could be. We're seeing the Hansen ban here. I like that. Zeratul ban, also a great one.
Yeah, I mean, Hanzo traditionally strong for taking bosses here on this map, and he's also good for poking that tribute. Zeratul just strong at high level. I mean, we've seen him banned in, I think, every game in our previous series as well. So, solid stuff there.
Yeah.
Genji ban,
Frieza.
sort of similar idea, I guess. Sort of a generic strong hero in the right hands. Is that the idea there, roughly?
I think so. The same goes for Maya if we're not seeing that. Okay. Stalk immediately picking up a Nubarak here. I've seen him done a lot of work on the Nubarak during the Nexus contest. So, curious to see how that is going to play itself out.
Yeah, and I think a Nubrak's just a really strong tank at the moment, and he can sort of handle most things pretty well. There are ways to respond to it, possibly by just getting a lot of auto attackers and just staying at range, not letting him engage too much, and having good anti-dive tanks like an ETC or something like that. Interesting that we talked about maybe Wit's going to bring out that ETC for Skogsapor, and possibly with a stage dive.
Tyrande with Li Ming.
Yeah, Tyrande, again, nice for poking that objective, nice for scouting out the enemy boss with an owl, nice, just a good all-round support as well. Locks down well with a Nubrak follow-up, you know, so you go the scuttle pop of a Nubrak and then you drop a stun from the sky.
And a trait.
Yeah, and a trait who's going to, yeah, and then a Li Ming combo, and then that's probably the end of you.
Yeah, has to be. At least that's the plan, probably, huh?
That's definitely, it looks like it's going to be their plan on the side of Team Russia, but of course, that's something that Skogsapor are not going to want to allow. Now, I'll be honest, Diablo's made it a long way through the map, on a map that, sorry, a long way through the draft on a map that
particularly strong on.
Yeah, I don't know about, but I mean, I think it's a good all-round map for Diablo. It's not, you know, he doesn't really suffer on it, and the terrain's nice for him, and he can get souls with his level 4. He can get souls by poking with his fire, and of course he can continue to get souls in the lanes. We'll see, of course. I don't think it's as strong as like Diablo on Infernal Shrines or something, but okay, that's
Sergeant Hammer, and that is a variant. Are we?
It's the same. We saw this yesterday, didn't we?
It's quite the same draft that we've seen yesterday from them on this map, but the variant was Ethereal.
Yeah, and it was Max Passion's Ethereal, and I said he was critically important to that game because of the dancing around he was doing, and just the significant pressure. There's the global coming out for Team Russia. That's the Dahaka. Oh!
I see what you did there. Wit finally gets to play Vikings.
Where will we end up this time, ladies and gentlemen?
We're going to see where we're going to end up this time. This is going to be an interesting match for sure.
I think it's going to be, it's going to be interesting for sure. I think when you're playing against Lost Vikings, the main thing is try not to get tilted by it, because you can just get ground down by feeling like, you know, you're just missing XP all the time and you're just getting out-soaked and they're just all over the map, and you're getting up against a 4-man, which is going to consist of Varian, Sergeant, Hammer, Anna and Jaina. The one downside I would say is I'm not sure Varian's the best tank to deal with that. Like if there is a dive from a Nubrak, you know, maybe you'd want an ETC there or something, or even a Diablo, to just kind of say, no, I'm not allowing you to come there. Obviously Taunt is a brilliant single peel ability, but of course we will see how that goes as we go into game number 1 in this best of 3 series. On the left we have Team Russia with Farlander there playing the Leeming. We have Golya Marjin, the famous support player, on Tyrande, Stork on the Anubrak, Mr. Barnabeer there on Jimmy, and Toxic on Dahaka.
Yes, and we've got on the right side the team in red for you. Galne Gunnar playing, of course, his beloved Anna. Knuti playing the Jaina. Max Payne, aka Max Passion. Skog on the Sergeant Hammer. And we've got Wit, not on tank, but on the Lost Vikings.
Yeah, and they're going to be all over the map. And so what we're going to see, I assume, is just the pressure in the bot lane from Skogsapor. That's what they're doing right now. Hammer there, already chopping up an Uberak. We talked about ranged ranged auto attackers countering an Uberak. Yes, Hammer is a ranged auto attack and does significant amounts of work, but I would have thought that she's more of a focal point for those Tyrande stuns and the Anubrak burrows. So to look at Jaina, especially until Varian gets level 4, I should say, he can't tank the Li Ming stuff for Hammer as well as he might like. And now Hammer's under a bit of pressure, has to start getting away. So one of the things we saw there is bringing a Viking to the bot lane. So the Vikings were in all 3 lanes. The point of that, even though Vikings don't get any more soak in the bot lane, is they're getting these bribe stacks up and running. But I don't know, the bribe hadn't loaded for me, or wasn't picked maybe until just now or something like that. But it wasn't shown to me.
Bribe stacks is only 3, so yeah, I think it is has just been picked.
Yeah, so we'll see how. Yeah, I think that was maybe just a mistake, or they were just discussing talents. Varian getting burrowed in, and that's the Tyrande stun on top, and the Mark, and the Li Ming combo, and Reyna's in the back door trying to punish Varian.
The Barnabeer with the rotation, getting that kill. Now Skog is absolutely surrounded here, has to mount up, but is moving forward instead of backwards.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get the kill.
Gunnar, you are such a champ on Anna, managing to keep him alive here. Look at that.
But you've got to commend that confidence of Skog to say, my tank's just died, and there's an Uberak on me, and a Li Ming shooting at me. Oh,
ouch.
And then, well, okay, eventually gets found out by that combo. But was just shooting, trying to finish the job on Golya Marjin, but doesn't manage to get it, and eventually goes down in later on. It's a smash! It's smash from Max Payne! It's not the taunt!
God. He is playing... that's the variant that I love to play. Play tank variant with Smash. It's so good. I keep saying it. It's so good.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Max Passion knows.
So I often say, with regards to tanks, there are different kinds of peel that tanks can offer. And one of the kinds of peel that they can offer is being a threat. Is literally just causing a problem for the enemy. So And Stitches does that a fair bit by just dropping poison all over the floor effectively. And being a sustained damage nuisance. That's how Stitches peels in a way. Of course, now he has a lot of slows as well.
Yeah, look, he's just walking up here trying to get to Kolia.
So Max Payne's idea is, I'm going to have the smash as a threat. So if you come in, I'm just going to smash you. And that's how I'm going to protect my backline. But the danger of that is Li Ming's just going to try to snipe from afar the hammer. And when you don't have the HP bonus that the taunt would give you, then he's going to find it a little bit difficult to tank for hammer, at least until he gets that protected level 10. But here comes a new Brack.
Meantime, they got what they came for. Skogsapor got what they came for. They got that sword. They're even getting a kill here. Max Payne just absolutely running it down. Galnagunner landing that sleep. Is the poison damage from Anna going to be enough? Yes, it is. And there's no fort left to retreat, so they're just going on a chase here. Farlander being slowed down by Jaina. Manages to get a beautiful combo out here on Max Passion. Or Max Payne, or however you want to call him. This man.
Oh, that combo on Knuti forces him to back off.
That missed by a hair. That missed by a hair.
But the fight's not over.
Farlander looking so low.
On the smash onto a noob.
So low, they're just dying. But look, they're respawning so fast as well.
Skog using the unstoppable, yeah.
Skog.
Dodges the Tron stun very nicely. Meanwhile,
Serbia is spawning on the side of Skogsapor right here. They might be opting to go for it now, as the whole 4-man is backing. Vikings is still all over the map.
The difficulty for Skogsapor at the moment is that Toxic Dahaka outpushes a Viking, of course, and he had Siege Giants on his side as well. So they're actually going to get a fort in response, Team Russia. They are going to put that macro pressure. Well, maybe not actually. Max Payne is there to start clearing it up, but they nearly got it. I presume at some point Dahaka will go up there and get the value there. But now Skogsapor have done it in the bottom lane. They're going to do it at the top lane. Here they go. Start chopping that down. Meanwhile, look what's going on at the bottom.
Yeah,
Team
they
Rush
are
again for
going for the boss here.
Yeah, I mean
Tribute is going to spawn here, so they are already in position for that. Tyrande has great ways of dealing with the boss and healing. Okay, in the meantime, Dahaka is dying on the top, and they are tanking the towers here.
So it is going to be a boss for Team Russia, but it's going to be 2 towers, and maybe they're going to be the fort, and the Dahaka kill for Skogsapor. But
oh, they're backing. Stalk has seen this. He's interrupting.
Yeah,
Max is stepping up.
I think Max has to be a bit careful though. Stork's going to think about coming in. Gets smashed though. Absolutely torn to pieces. Has to burrow out of there. That's the peel that we were talking about. You smash him and suddenly he can't stay in.
See, this is so good. I mean, of course it's not ideal in most situations, but come on, you have to give it to me that it's really good for sometimes.
No, I mean this is.
It's working out. They're making it work.
They are making it work, and by the way, the Vikings are now going to fight the hacker for the bottom tribute. Reyna knows that's up, and he's going to scare off Witz. Bayog is that the medium Viking? He's had to run away. So, play again. Vikings are back up, and they're dancing around, trying to cause a bit of a distraction around this objective without losing themselves. How are you alive, little Viking? Eric's been slain. No, Eric's not been slain. Balog's been slain, and Eric has got away on.
Balog has been slain indeed.
Not much himself. But the forts must go on.
Yes, the fort must go on, and that's what Skog and Galnagunner is on.
The difficulty, I think, for Skogsapor's strategy is that once the forts are gone, what really are they going to do? They can't really push a keep in the same way. Here comes a Kakuno onto Anna, and they're going to start engaging onto Max Passion. He's getting absolutely torn to pieces, and it doesn't look like Galnagunner are going to survive long in there either. Boom! That's the end of Anna.
Yep, and that is here, and this is what I've seen from Russia in the EU Nexus games. Their execution is just so good. They are moving as a 5-man all over this map, and they make the calls and they immediately commit.
There has been a pause by one of the players though, so we will just let's see what's going on. But while we do that, let's review what's gone on so far in the game. Like yes, this hammer strat has got them 1 fort so far, but they lost a fort to the boss. They didn't quite get the top fort, and Team Russia are starting to look a little bit more confident. And anytime they can find a fight, Team Russia are going for the fight, and they are going to start winning these fights because Vikings won't be there, and it will be a 5v4. But I think we're just about ready to go back into the game. So, I mean, that's... My concern for Skogsapor is they maybe can't get through that. But wait, what the dickens is going on with Knudsen here? He's gone and killed one of the Bruiser camp, and I wonder if his idea was to leave it for Vikings to use only 3 bribe stacks to steal the camp, or, you know, use 2 bribe stacks and finish the last one.
I think that could be the thing. The other thing is that if Russia is capturing this tribute, then Skogsapor has a curse on their hands.
And they've still got a boss to deal with.
Looking awfully exposed here, though.
Smashed and bulleted. That's the end of Li Ming. But here comes the Anubrak onto Galna going, but Anubrak's got to be a bit careful. Here's the cocoon being cleaned up by Jaina. And with that in mind, Anubrak's just going to run away with his little beetle legs. But, I mean...
The little beetle legs.
The little beetle legs. But I mean, this is... It is a curse, as you said, for Team Russia. The Skogsapor have to now deal with. They will be able to deal with the wave pressure generally pretty well because they have the Vikings everywhere. Oh, it looks like Max Payne wants to fight there, looking for the charge onto...
He wants to, but he got denied by Mr. Bannerbeer on the Rainer, who just knocked him back there. They have level 13 now, so this is the time for them to take the fight.
That's exactly what they're doing. Stork has to be careful. Like, the smash isn't available just yet, though. Maybe it's going to come soon. The nano boosted Jaina!
But she has no HP! And Galna cannot heal because he has isolation on him.
Oh, that's a lot of reset.
The entire team fight is just going to swing around in the favor of Russia.
That's pretty bad. From Russia with death, as the film was not called. But they've absolutely cleaned up there. What happened is, once they got the first kill, Farlander just went to town with that Li Ming play. And it went boom, 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 boom. Not over yet by any stretch for Skogsapor, and I think they'll be feeling okay. They are getting soak everywhere all the time, but the fact that they're losing these fights again and again is starting to tilt the XP in favor of Team Russia, especially with 3 forts being down compared to only 1. Now you see Mr. Barnaby has just arrived at this Bruiser camp, and he's thinking, what on earth happened here? Why is there one of our Bruiser camp missing?
Why is the mage missing?
So what's happened there is Jaina's really just made that camp a little bit easier for Team Russia to take eventually. So right now both teams are going to be looking to try and soak towards that 16. But is this a sneaky boss steal here from Skogsapor, or are they trapping? The owl sniffed it out though. The owl knows all.
Absolute value.
That's the scouting value of the owl has stopped them from having to walk into a trap or allow the boss. So great scouting play from Kolya Marashin. I think maybe Skog just need to try and go back to their previous strategy, but the difficulty they have is that Team Russia know what's going on. The discipline, like I say, the discipline that we're seeing from Team Russia, they've not lost their cool once. Like I said tonight, the one thing you need against Lost Vikings is not to lose your cool, not to get tilted by the constant pressure. And they haven't done that. They've just remained calm. They've found the kills where they need to. And now they're going for the boss again. And it's going to start putting pressure on that keep. Yeah, they're going to give up a tribute for it, but a tribute is not the end of the world. Maybe they might give up Toxic's life, though, if Farin can sniff it out. He's looking for it now. Starts doing the damage. Trying to body block to Hacker, but Hacker has the W. She doesn't get bloody blocked so easily. Here comes Diana, possibly to put him to sleep. But Jaina's not here in time. The smash is there. Toxic survives. Tongues Anna in.
This tongue on Galna Gunnar, and the isolation is being caught by Jaina this time.
So it is a tribute eventually, but it's not anything else for Skogsapor, and they do have to deal with the boss that's now coming in towards their bottom keep.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. They have to really put all their resources in to defend this keep. The thing is, if they overstep here and die, this might as well be game.
Yeah, and it's definitely a keep. The keep's already gone. So they might as well back a bit to the core. They know that Hammer can clear this boss pretty easily at the core, so they're not too afraid. But Team Russia looking calm, collected, and in control of this game as they edge towards level 18, and they're a level ahead. In fact, they're looking for a Viking kill. That'll reset Ming. Can she find more? Oh, no, she can't.
Ooh, almost got onto Skog there, but it wasn't the range yet.
Is it? Oh, hang on, but yeah, this is an invade from, well, a steal, I should say, from Team Russia.
Yeah, this is absolutely a steal from Team Russia.
They're starting to look quite in control of this map. Team Russia.
Yeah, this is the thing about Team Russia that I was talking about with Carlo from Tempo Storm when we were casting them. Is that Russia plays maps like no other team plays them. They have this insane knowledge of how to macro play a map.
Yeah, and normally, you know, if you're a run-of-the-mill player, if you play against the Vikings, it can just sort of throw you off whack, and all your normal macro knowledge falls apart because you're trying to chase the Vikings and all this nonsense. Russia just haven't done that. They've remained cool, calm, composed. I don't know who their shot caller is, but they're completely in control of this game. And it looks like they're going to go to get the win here. Vikings going to respawn, try and deal with it, using the play again. There's 10 seconds until they've got any help, though. They're just trying to cause an accident, deal with the Merc Cap and the catapults. Eric's down. So it's only the fat one, the medium one.
Going down
but
here, 10%, and that is all 3 Vikings, and that is the core. That is the first of this best out of 3 going over to Team Russia.
Solid play from Team Russia there. I don't know what to say. They didn't crack. They never showed a hint of weakness. And the thing is, they seem to know that they were going to lose the bottom bar. I mean, early game, when that smash first came online, there were some really nice kills there from Skogsapor. They just went to town. Like, I remember one where Mr. Barnaby on Rainer came in for a flank looking to cause trouble. And he just disappeared. He just got smashed and Jaina deleted him. But that isn't enough. The macro pressure from is there even pressure? It was just like control, just calm, collected play from Team Russia. I just credit to them for looking so smooth.
So smooth. Indeed. Alright, it seems that Skogsapor is opting for the first pick, and that means that Russia gets to call out that they are going to Infernal Shrines for this one.
Okay, so that's definitely not as much of a macro map, but it's still, like we said in the first series tonight, that you can get some macro value here. It being Team Russia's choice, I'm expecting them to just play fairly standard, fairly calm, not do anything exotic. Given what we've seen of Team Russia, I think they're just going to play by numbers. Just go do control the map, get the camps where they want. Which, by the way, we saw Leftovers do in the early part of their Shrines game against Skogsapor. And not panic over losing a shrine or something. Just say, don't care. We've got control of the map. We're just playing it smooth and easy. And that might be what we see from Team Russia as well.
We might see that indeed. Trying to think of something they might be playing. Something that I can predict. I can't think of anything. Hanzo is very favored by both teams, so I think we might even see it banned again. I'm not sure what else we can expect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We will see, of course, how the teams want to play it shortly. We are almost ready to go into the draft in game number 2 in this best of 3 series. We're on Infernal Shrines. Is Team Russia versus Skogsapor. Team Russia have the lead with 1 point to 0. If Team Russia win this one, they get the 3rd place prize. If Skogsapor win, it goes to a 3rd game in the series.
And it does.
So, Diablo might be highly prioritized here. We did see Whip playing Diablo earlier, and he was quite impactful with it, although of course they eventually lost that game against Leftovers. What else might be, an option for them for the first pick? We saw the Maiev earlier as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Maiev might be an option. We have seen Russia banning it out though. Okay, they don't want to deal with Anubrak. They might be trying to get a garage here.
Yeah, by the way, the Anubrak was really impactful last game, just because the way...
Like, as I said, when the moment Sock locked it in, I just knew, like, he's going to do amazing work here. I've seen him play the hero, he plays it to great results.
Yeah, absolutely. Just again, the control, just saying, we're taking the fight on our terms, and that's how we're going to play. The Maiev gets banned rather than first pick, which suggests to me we're looking towards a Diablo first pick by Wit. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before.
Garage. Depends on what they want, what their plan is for this game.
Yeah, we don't... Hanzo!
Hanzo, yeah, as I said, it's a very favorite hero for both teams here. So, not surprised to see it being picked as a first pick.
No, I mean, it's definitely a good hero. I just think maybe they have other options. I mean, well, I don't know. When they got first pick something, so, and Hanzo is a solid hero, and we've seen them deliver value on it, but then there's the Malfin Rainer, again, like, Mr. Barnaby on the Rainer again I assume, and Kolya Marshan on the Malfurion. Not playing his signature Regal today, I guess.
Yes. The thing is, throughout the entire Nexus contest, I've seen him play Malfurion most of all.
Yeah, so...
A Nasibo Anna? A Nasibo? Huh?
This is turning into something spicy. I mean, Nazeebo, Nazeebo, a solid hero, and especially on maps where he can rotate a lot and get stacked decently.
Yeah, but
it's
like
a bit unorthodox.
picking him into Malfurion, the healer that deals with him most of all. Royal Polo calling out in the chat, I want to see Wit on Stitches.
But it was Knuti who played Stitches earlier.
Yeah, it was, but I can confirm that Wit plays Stitches as well, but...
Witches. But...
then 3 witches, yeah.
But I would say that you don't typically take... I mean, I think Stitches can go with everything, but you don't typically take Stitches with kind of poke sustain damage like Nazio and Hanzo. You would normally go for some more bursty damage to go with the Stitches, but depends on how they play it. Of course, I also don't really like Stitches on Infernal Shrines, and that's why I was a bit surprised to see it earlier. I think those skeletons do block those hooks. It can be unpleasant to play around that.
Alright, Johanna and Stitches. Here's the Stitches, but not on the side of Skogsapor, it's on the side of Russia.
I sometimes think teams are just setting up to try and shut me up with the picks, just to prove me wrong in everything I've ever said. Fair enough. That's going to be. I mean, again, it's the 2 warrior comp for the Stitches that we saw earlier. So you have a main tank for the control, and then you have the Stitches to provide that sustained damage. Again, the Leoric to respond to the Stitches, like we saw the other way around in Leftovers versus. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, that's a Ragnaros. That was an insta-lock Ragnaros.
It's good against. Well, I don't know actually. I mean, okay, so it's good against the Punisher. It deals with, like, if you lose a shrine, then you just Molten Core and it's fine. But with an Anna there, I don't know. I'm a little bit uneasy because Ragnaros depends so much on that self-healing from his Q. I wonder if the Ana can punish with her grenade. I like you've said yesterday when we were talking about Alexstrasza. Yeah, grenade, is a big cooldown. It's a big investment to be using just to, hurt Ragnaros. But it depends on the positioning because Ragnaros is going to come in hard. Ragnaros isn't going to be distant like an Alexstrasza circle. Ragnaros is going to be in the thick of things with Mal'Ganis and Lyric around him, going for his Qs. You get that grenade there, it's helping your teammates as well. I'm a little bit concerned about that. On the other hand, the fact that they've drafted it shows that they've got an idea. They've got a very clear idea that they're going to play that triple front line. It's going to be pretty heavy. We'll see how it goes as we go into game number 3 in this best of 3 series. And on the left, we have Team Russia with Toxic there on the Joanna, Stork on the Stitches, Mr. Barnaby on the Reyna, Farlander playing that Ragnaros last pick, and Mr. Barnaby on the Reyna, as I already said, Kolya Martian on the Malfurion.
Yes, and on the right-hand side of this map, we've got Gunnar once again on the Ana. What a surprise. Knuti playing the Nazipo. We've got Skog playing the Hanzo. Max Payne on Leoric, and to round that one off, we have Wit on Mal'Ganis. That is Skogsapor for you, ladies and gentlemen.
It is indeed. So immediately, immediately we see the value of Stork Stitches, hook and kill. And hang on, is Stork going? No, so I was going to say is Stork going for the Globes talent, which can be very nice because it stacks infinitely. And if you can get early lane control and rotate between lanes as Stork's planning to do, it can be nice. By the way, Farland, they're going with the team instead of going in the solo lane on Ragnaros.
Oh, yeah, really low.
Yeah, and Stork might be next to go.
I love how Cutie is helping with body block Stalk here.
Yeah, just about manages to get the. I was going to say just about manages to get a kill, but doesn't. Stork just about manages to get away and nearly gets the hook back onto Knuti. So, I mean, so far, it's looking pretty even with 1 kill apiece, but what different kills there were, you have to say. But what I was thinking about Ragnaros, sorry, is he went, instead of going for the traditional Q build, he's gone for the spell armor on his Meteor. No, he hasn't gone for the spell armor yet, because that's level 4. He's gone for the Meteor build at level 1, which will allow him probably to go into the spell armor at level 4, which will help a lot with the Z-bow, but also he's not looking for those Q self-heals so much against an ally. He's going to try something a bit different. But here comes Wit, flanking, trying to catch the hook onto Hanzo. Doesn't manage to secure the kill because the route wasn't in time. And now Mr. Bannerbeer in a nasty wall with a nasty grenade on top. It's going to be the end of Reyna.
Nasty, nasty stuff we've got.
So I wonder what's going to happen at the Shrine phase, because Nazeebo is really good at clearing that Shrine, but so is Ragnaros. If Ragnaros gets stuck in, oh, the hook onto Nazeebo with the roots on top. There's nothing to follow up, though.
And immediately the grenade and the heal was there. And they can just comfortably take this camp, and Stalk can walk up all he wants, but the thing that is going to happen is he's going to take a lot of damage. He has Patchwork Creation, as we mentioned earlier, so he's going to be healing up pretty fast here.
Yeah, with the help of Malfurion and his own Devour. And also when the minions die, he also gets healed up of that. So definitely Stitches is going to have a lot of sustained healing. So, and I don't think they're going to try and burst him down.
Mid lane.
Yes, mid lane. Yeah, they can.
Is bodying him, but it's not enough to get the kill. Between Leoric and Mal'Ganis, you just don't have that damage.
Just not enough. But it will become enough later on in the game, I suspect. Now they're looking for Leoric. He does his walk away, maybe trying to dodge a hook, but yeah, that's exactly what he was trying to do. That's why he hit in the minion wave. Let's have a look at those level 4 talents.
Which is fine though. He had the spoopy hand onto Johanna, he had Ocean up, which he popped, so he's just full HP. He's just chilling.
Both teams going to try and posture around this shrine before it starts. Team Russia aren't
Mr.
quite level
Bannerbeer
7.
coming up here though, and I don't know if Thor is seeing this.
Knuti's not here yet, so Team Russia have a man advantage right now. They could put the pressure, and what they're doing instead is trying to, secure the shrine, or secure as big an advantage on the shrine as possible. They know that Knuti's not here, but they also know, so they're playing a little bit passively. Stitches have gone to soak, you see, so they're now 4v4, and they have Joanna as the front line.
It is just the thing that Skogsapor is getting closer to being a whole level ahead here, and Johanna is just falling here to the minus healing and the damage of Leoric and like the whole of Skogsapor together here. Beautiful sleep onto Mr. Bannerbeer. Another sleep. Is it gonna be enough? Kolia still asleep, not able to heal up the Rainer in time. I was going to say Ragnaros. Don't sleep on the job if you're the support, because that is going to cause your team to die.
Yeah, now it looks like Team Russia want to try and start getting the objective.
Oh! The zombie wall! The zombie wall! Oh my god! Knuti, you are just handing them out there. Wow.
Somebody clip some of these Nazebo walls because they're absolutely epic. Great stuff from Knuti. Securing these kills.
Yeah, still the shrine clear is super even, and Kolia and Farlander are spawning right now. But Skogsapor have managed to take the first shrine here.
Interestingly, Farlander's not using the Molten Core to go and defend it. I know obviously you can just defend the Punisher anyway, but what else is he going to use the Molten Core for would be my question. Like, well, I guess he's going to try and secure some soak, prioritize that because they are down.
They get the stun, they get the sleep. Here's the zombie wall again with the grenade, and that's a kill.
Another great zombie wall, but that's the problem, is you have this sleep into zombie wall combo, which is really nasty. There's nothing you can do. You can't cleanse yourself out of you can't get cleansed out of a zombie wall. Not that Malfurion could help that anyway, but so once you get stuck in there, you're really in trouble unless someone can clear you out. Stitches will be able to clear that out as the game goes on. Does have the damage to start clearing some zombies, but for now, it's securing kill after kill in this early game, which is starting just about to tilt in favor significantly of Skogsapor with an interesting 7 kills to 1.
They're 2 comfortable levels ahead. Talent tier ahead. Here comes the big Hanzo arrow, the Entomb, the sleep, and that is the end of Ragnaros, the Fire Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not how he really ended, but you know, like in this game it is.
Well, in 2005, I believe I killed Ragnaros a long time ago, but I think there might be some plot that said he came back to life or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was. Some expansions later, he was just magically back alive. Turns out it wasn't the end of him. Just like in this game, because look, he has respawned.
He's respawned. That's he's been written back into the game. Now then, well, both teams are above level 10, and Hanzo doesn't have his heroics, so it seems like there might be a fight here. Stitch is going for the Bile, by the way, which I vastly prefer to Gorge. Oh, but the Rav! Can anyone interrupt that Rav? Because it's doing absolute damage. It's tearing apart the whole backline of Team Russia. Stitches is already dead. There's nothing more they can do right now. Wit's going to start going to try and catch them with the sleep.
Oh, the sleep was there, but so was the Hanzo AA to wake them up. Alright, Skogsapor is almost level 13 here. They may have given up the camp, but the camp is already gone because Leoric took care of it. He is, meanwhile, just facing off against Mr. Bannerbeer, and Wit's looking to see if he can join in on that. They've taken bottom siege, and they are now rotating back up.
Yeah, and I think right now it seems like Skogsapor want to start thinking about a fight because they have that level 13 advantage. They just got the towers at the front. Here comes Wit with the swipey, trying to catch the Stitches and the sleep into the wall. Again, what a nasty combination, but it is Stitches. He will be able to tank that for now. Now he's looking for the hook on Nazebo. Oh, the ice block dodge from Knuti.
Cheeky ice block.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't have an ice block for 60 seconds, so he could become the focus here. Mal'Ganis does the swap onto Ragnaros, absolutely tears him apart. This is causing massive damage now. Stitches has to use his bile just to get out of there, but that Entomb is so savage from Max Passion, tearing apart the whole team with a Hanzo and Nazebo damage on top of it.
Absolutely. And the nano boost, Nazebo just does so much damage.
Can you imagine if, like, an old Skeleton King appeared, and he put you in a prison made up of 3 walls, and then just somebody dropped loads of spiders and toads on your head?
I think I would go mad. I think I would go absolutely mad.
Well, that's just what happened to the whole of Team Russia.
Yeah. If you put it that way, that I feel really sad for them, actually.
But they will be back up in time to contest this objective. The difficulty they have, though, is they don't have that level 13. They're trying to get that now, secure that mid-soak. They're getting the clear and the globes for Ragnaros' level 4 quest. Here comes the swipes. Into the sleep. Is it the wall on top?
Getting the sleep. Farlander in the cage.
Oh, with a ram!
Another cage!
It's absolutely savage!
They've got cages for days on the side of Skogsapor.
They are. They're like a sort of cosmetic animal testing company. They're literally... Now they're going for Malfurion with another cage. Shut him down as well. Mal'Ganis using the swap onto Stitches to punish him even more. This is absolute destruction coming out of Skogsapor. And they will get the mid-fort as well.
Skog managing to get the quad kill here.
Absolute Skog champ. But
absolute Skog champ he is.
You know, I asked you a minute ago, what if an undead skeleton king put you in a tomb, and then you got spiders dropped on your head? What if first you've been surrounded by a wall of zombies, and then you got put in after that, and then
I think that is.
And then something called a ravenous spirit started tearing at your flesh?
Yeah.
It's quite a violent game, this, isn't it?
That's quite violent, and yeah. I'm seriously worried for the victims of that.
I'm a little bit worried for Hanzo, though.
Skog, do you have an Overwatch button? No, you don't.
I think he used it already, and that's it's gonna be the end of Skog.
They're not finishing this objective though, and that means that the whole 5-man of Russia is coming down now. They don't have 16, and here comes the falling sword from Toxic. Stalk putting the bile out. Can Max Passion get the damage here?
But the Entomb into Rav again!
The Entomb is so huge!
Finally, Stitches interrupts the Rav. It was a nanoed Rav, by the way, so it did tear off most of the flesh of his teammates. Toxic is in trouble as well. Has the Ant Skin, might get away, but Raynor maybe not so lucky. The spiders are chasing. 7 little spiders tearing at his ankles. He does manage to get away with the help of the Ragnaros speed, but Joanna not so lucky.
No, Max Payne managing to finish off the Johanna Farlander under a heavy assault here. Once again being completely walled up. Wow, Skogsapor is really, really showing that they are in control of this game.
They're looking so dominant in these fights. The Entomb into Ravenous Spirit is such an...
Did he just kill him with the Dragon's Arrow?
I didn't actually see, sorry, but it might have
I think he did. I think he just absolutely did.
This is beginning to look like...
got the kill, and he's on the complete other side of the map.
I mean, it's beginning to look like it's going to be a real difficulty.
That's a nice gotcha.
I don't think they've got... Yeah, so Team Russia are in a real problem now in that they're 3 whole levels down. They've got to get 16 as fast as they can. Yeah, Ragnaros is going to help with that. By the way, am I right in saying Molten Core hasn't been pressed yet?
No, it has not been pressed yet. You are absolutely right.
That's really difficult for Team Russia because it's the kind of the main value of Ragnaros sometimes, especially against those pushing objectives and on area control, and they're not getting the opportunity to do it.
Engage onto Stalk. Stalk's popping bile. Here comes the nano boost. Here comes the Entomb, shutting the door.
Oh,
and connecting onto Mr. Bannebeer, and Blind as a Bat is being popped, so bits just keep going, and he's asking for directions, I think.
I'm not sure he got any.
To get the ult off.
He does. And
Dark conversion, getting him back to full.
And that'll allow Toxic to... That'll force Toxic to have to tap, as well as topping Wit up, and allow them to keep the pressure on for now. it's still a lot of resources committed by Skogsapor for that fight. So if Team Russia can get level 16 now, they can maybe fight quickly. But they need to do it before level 20. Oh, and there's a sleep into wall again. Mr. Barnaby, where have you gone?
Just got deleted. Did you see that?
I did. He got
full HP Rainer in that cage, and then there wasn't anymore.
Here's another cage, but here's the molten core. This could be absolutely huge. He started to throw down the swipes, the smash as well. He hasn't caught the Hanzo yet. Hanzo's dodging artfully the skill shots raining down from the sky. Lyric not so lucky here. Has taken a fair amount of damage. Mal'Ganis doesn't have his ultimate available. He has to start thinking about getting out of there. Stitches though wants the hook desperately, wants to find them. The molten core is over though, and now they're just 4v5. The hook's the one to Nazebo. Does he have the ice block? No, he doesn't, but he's been nanoed.
Dark conversion, 7 seconds left. Wit is looking so low. Doesn't get it off. But they managed to get 2 kills here. Oh,
and it might be more.
To live here? No, you're not.
No, so it's actually 2 for 2, and now there's a significant more HP. The Entomb silence though! Can Max Payne be punished for it? Rainer's already been deleted by Hanzo as a response. Stork can't get out of there. He's gonna die too.
The stitches. Kolia's the last one alive, last man standing here for Russia.
And he will get away, but that's a big price when they were 3v3 a second ago. That was a very long fight since the molten core. And it was absolutely huge. I mean, it almost looked like Team Russia had got back into the game. That absolutely huge Entomb with the Buried Alive from Max Passion just turned that completely and ended any dreams that Team Russia had of getting back into the game right there. I don't think they can come back here. This is level 20 for Skogsapor, and they've got 2 members dead on the side of Team Russia. And this Punisher, if they get it, will go directly onto the core, and they don't have a creep in the mid lane either. But it seems like Team Russia want to contest it. They're going to have to, I guess, because it'll go on the core otherwise. Here comes Toxic. Got to go the last ditch effort. Going in. Here comes Wit, though, with the sleep. Is this the end for Team Russia in game number 2?
Comes falling swords. But Toxic is immediately so low. He has to read, and there's just way back. Here comes the Ravenger Spirit onto Mr. Bannerbeer. Skog on the chase, but eats the hook here. Oh, buried alive. Oh! My God! The Sulfurous smash! The Sulfurous is surely the end of Skog here.
The one redeeming feature that maybe Team Russia have right now is they have the Molten Core available, but they have to time it for the Punisher, and they have to not get interrupted by Wit. What is he going to do? He's going to maybe try to cast it mid, but the sleep's there.
This is a big sleep, big sleep.
This.
Oh, the zombie wall. Kolia gets absolutely shredded here. Max Payne trying to get that in. Oh, he gets the Molten Core. Knutzi is hooked.
And this is absolutely...
That's a minus healing. Anna has to turn around here to heal.
The difficulty that Farlander has on Ragnaros is he's not 20 yet, so he doesn't have the heroic difficulty upgrade for his Molten Core. He can't defend for long enough.
No,
and
he can't be an absolute raid boss yet. They need level 20 for that. Here comes the Fallen Sword. Oh, the Entomb just missed. That is big. That is big for Russia.
It
but
seems...
The core is dying, and so is Mr. Bannerbeer. Wit just getting that dark conversion off. Oh my God, what happened? Ooh, he lived. He's living on 200 hit points.
But Toxic's looking for him. He's blind as a batting. He doesn't know where he's going, but he's just trying to hide from Toxic's Joanna. But it will be.
He's blind hiding here, and that is the core. That is 1-1. 1-1 for Skogsapor and Russia.
Yeah, what a performance from Skogsapor. What a nasty wombo combo. You do first of all, it was sleep into Nazebo wall. Then it was sleep into Nazebo wall, into Entomb, into Ravenous Spirit, into nano boosted Nazebo, throwing the spiders at you. Wow, great ideas there from Skogsapor. It's something we don't really see that often, is it?
It's something that you don't see that often. It's been ages since I last saw an Evo in this form of competitive playing.
So it's Yeah, I mean, I've not seen an Zebo either. I mean, I really like the idea of how those things came together. You do the Entomb, and then drop the damage on it with a Nano Boost. Oh, just lovely. I love that stuff. It's what I would call Team League perfection. You don't normally see those kind of gimmick ideas in like you say, in this level of play, but actually they've executed it so well. But I have to say, max passion with those Entombs. Come on, I just again and again.
Entombs. Oh. Nay.
So we will actually go to a game 3 in the end. The two teams both playing for third place. They will go to game 3 in the best of 3 series, playing for that third place prize, which
I had a mini heart attack because my monitor died. I had a mini heart attack here. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm back.
Well, that's good news. But so
I also had a mini heart attack because I just got the map pick.
Oh. Where are we going for game number 3 to decide who gets the third place in the third ever All Hallows Cup?
Going to Brax's holdout.
Let's go to Brax's holdout. That's quite different from the maps we've seen so far. It's very draft dependent, and it tends to be quite separate lanes and not so much rotation. You can draft heroes who will specifically rotate for it, but not typically loads of rotation.
Not really, no. Genji, absolutely a power pick here. I've seen Mr. Bannerbeer play Genji before. So I wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah, it's that could be an approach like the Genji. I mean, I'm expecting a Genji ban in early stage on Braxis, given that we saw a Genji ban on the previous map where it's not as impactful. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Genji ban here where it's so crucial in rotating and getting that boss. Obviously, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We do have those of you who are still here. Yes, do stay around after the end of the game because we will have another giveaway. This time for an Imperious bundle.
Yes.
Also, thanks to Jalori, who's just followed. There have been loads of people following today, and I've not had time to shout out to all of you, but thank you if you followed today. Great stuff. Great to see so much enthusiasm for the All Hallows Cup. And
that's what we love to see.
If people wanted to follow you, Joy K, where would they do that?
They would do that at twitch.tv/IamJoyK.
You are Joy K.
I am Joy K.
You are indeed Joy K. So, and the K stands for knowledge, as we found out yesterday.
Yeah, the K stands for knowledge. Absolutely.
Joy K with the knowledge. I think we're almost ready to go into the draft in game number 3 in the it's going to be game number 3. It's the third round in the third All Hallows Cup, and they're playing for third place.
Yeah, they are.
There you go. There's lots of threes. Is that coincidence? You decide.
I don't think so. I think it was knowledge all along.
It was knowledge. It was Joy Cake knowledge all along. I think we are going to go into the game. I mean, let's talk about the draft that we might expect on Braxis. I mean, could Skogsapor conceivably just do the same thing again? We talked about not seeing Nazeebo often. I've never seen Nazeebo on Braxis holdout. So
no,
I would be very surprised.
I don't know. On Braxis, the solo lane is so important. If you lose the solo lane, you kind of lose the map, because you're going to have someone rotate up constantly to take care of that. That means that you're going to have a guy less in your 4-man in the bottom lane, and it means that it's just going to be hard. It's just going to be so much harder.
I think the solo lane is so crucial on this map, but so is the wave clear picks, and the way you control that format. There's the Ana ban. We saw Ana so impactful last game. Not going to be allowed this game.
Not gonna be allowed. Anub'arak also really good here.
Yeah, and Anub'arak, we saw eventually why the Anub'arak was banned, is because it's such a good response to nano-boosted Zebo.
Yeah. Just cocoon it.
You just cocoon it. But they couldn't do that because the Anub'arak was banned. But like here, with Diana already being gone, maybe you didn't need to ban the Anub'arak. I don't know. But they, and I suspect Team Russia do know what they're doing, and that's why they're in third or fourth place in the All Hallows Cup, and I'm just some guy on the internet shouting at video games. But so I trust that they know what they're doing, but I do think Unibrak ban maybe not so necessary, but we don't know. It's still a really strong tank for Unibrak.
Picked up. Garrosh, powerful pick here.
You know, I'd love to see an ETC actually coming out from Wit again. I don't think Diablo is so strong on this map.
No.
I don't like the fact that you've only got one lane of souls worth to get, and the geography of it isn't so nice for your charges. So I would like an ETC because it responds to Garrosh so nicely. But it might depend on what they're comfortable playing, and of course they don't have to pick it yet. They can pick it later on because, you know, Team Russia are not going to take another tank.
No, I don't count on it. Let's put it like that. I don't count on them to lock a second tank now.
Well, having said that, we've seen a few times the playing stitches.
Oh, here's the Genji, of course, that was still open.
Like
Vanabir, you got your hands on him. Don't run into a core again, though. Oh my god. For anyone who watched the Team Russia in the Nexus contest, should have seen that Mr. Vanabir tried to finish off a 12% core versus Sweden by himself and died.
I've indeed seen this clip. That was pretty epic. But Genji has been allowed through. Now that, for me, you know, that's going to be a real pressure for the top lane.
This in-game chat banter is really nice, trying to throw people on the wrong idea here.
Yeah, just having a bit of light-hearted banter between the teams. I mean, it could have been a genuine.
We're good to see it now. Show hands. And again the Nazebo.
We literally said, you know, no one would ever take Nazebo or Braxis. I literally think the teams do it just to prove me wrong. You know, a minute ago when I was
they're listening. They're absolutely Kel to Zod. Spicy stuff.
But they don't have the nano boosts for it anymore, the Nazebo, and they don't have the.
Oh, here's finally Kolya's Rhaegar.
Kolya Martian, the Rhaegar legend, probably one of the best Rhaegar players in Europe, if not the best.
If not the best Rhaegar player. Well, we can look at this stat.
And that's going to be a response. I think that burst heal will be a good response to people who get entombed or walled by Nazebo. But you notice, we don't have the sleeps to set up those walls and entombs like we had last game. So it's not the same, and I'm not as confident about Skog as I was previously, and I think this is for me, I'm a bit more nervous about their draft here than I was on Infernal Shrines, but obviously,
so
they depend. They might have ideas that we don't know about. They may well know what they're doing and have another trick up their sleeves.
That could be, or they might have just decided last second what they were going to pick.
So, what's your feeling from the draft? Mine is that the draft of Team Russia is sort of better rounded, but it doesn't have as much wave clear, and that might be an issue. Anyway, we'll have to hold your thoughts there because we are actually going to go into game number 3 in the best of 3 for the 3rd place in All Hallows Cup 3. Anyway, on the left, you know who they are by now. It's Team Russia with Farlander on Kel'Thuzad, Mr. Barnaby on the Genji, Golyamarjin on his signature Rhaegar, Stork on Garrosh, and Toxic.
Yep, and in the bottom lane for the right hand side we have Knuti once again on Nazebo, Wit playing Johanna, Galnagunner playing Malfurion, and Skog playing Hanzo. And of course in the top lane we've got Max Passion, aka Max Payne, playing Leoric.
Yeah, we do, and immediately Garrosh going in looking for some throws, not actually getting anyone for now. And of course Johanna is a good response to kind of control that. I would have liked to see an ETC potentially because you can slide to set up an Azebo wall or a Malfurion roots as sort of hinted at. Malfurion being chained in here. Genji trying to finish off the job. Can Galna going to get out of there? No, but they're going with the counter kill on Stork. 130 HP. The spiders are chasing, but Golyamarjin there with a heal in the last second save. So now Stork going to try and get the early globe. I think for that's gone pretty well for Team Russia so far. The Farlander Kel'Thuzad doing some work. Okay, we've lost Joy's sound again. We will just try and sort that while we. Let's see if we've got Joy back.
Yes.
Welcome back, Joy K, to the casting desk, which is obviously a very physical construct. So Kel'Thuzad looking for the chains, catches Nazebo and Johanna together. Johanna's okay with the Iron Skin, but Nazebo takes a chunk of damage. Is okay for now. No more technical difficulties available for now, but we're fine. But maybe Skogsapor not so fine with that fireback camp pushing on them. Oh, the throw onto Johanna. She has the Iron Skin though. Malfurion, no Iron Skin for him.
Gets pulled in. Manages to get out.
Yeah, and for now, everyone is fine on the side. But look, these Kel'Thuzad stacks are just climbing up. Oh, Wit has the Iron Skin, just about manages to get away. Golyamarjin under pressure, but is Stork under more pressure? There is a heal available. We'll top up Stork for now. And the Kel'Thuzad stacks are climbing and climbing up to 21 already in 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Joy K has disconnected.
I am reconnecting.
Okay,
yes,
that's good news. Welcome back. Well, so the show must go on. Genji rotating up, looking to maybe put some pressure on the Leoric as well. This is what we were talking about. Genji's so valuable on this map because of his speed of rotations and his ability to take the boss if they ever win a fight. But they're throwing in Wit on Johanna. She has the Iron Skin available, but Knuti's Nazebo dies, but he does manage to drop a wall and do some significant amounts of damage. Can Johanna get out of there? Is the tongue available from the hacker? No.
It's not. Spike is available, chain was on it, but it didn't connect.
And Max Payne just ensuring that the hacker's going to miss some XP for that. Cleverly prioritizing, pushing the lane into those towers before going for that beacon, because the beacon wouldn't have gained them anything so early, and the XP deny for the hacker is probably more important. Crucially, the hacker rotated and they didn't get more than one kill. Nazebo will be back in time to contest this objective. In fact, for a second there, it almost channeled for Skogsapor. It did not in the end. And the solo lane skirmish continues, but this time Wit and Skog are rotating up to try and help Max Payne secure that top objective. But surely, Toxic noselings up. No, he doesn't. Pulled in by Johanna. Damage coming out from Max Payne and Skog, trying to tear him apart. But he'll be okay. He'll just have tap.
The thing is, there is also a bruiser camp in the top lane, and of course, in the meantime, they managed to kill Mr. Bannerbeer in the bottom lane. Not really sure what happened there.
We saw it on camera. It was just Genji looking for. He obviously has never seen the Lion King, because being brave, doesn't mean you go looking for trouble, as Mufasa tells Simba. And Genji went a little bit looking for trouble and found it in the form of getting walled in and damaged by Knuti. Now, speaking of Knuti, he's gradually stacking. It's not a great map for stacking Nazeebo, onto 40 of his baseline quest, but he does have 74 out of 100 spiders stacked so far on his level 1. Looking maybe for another wall here. The roots are there to stop Kalia going in.
Kalia looking so isolated here, gets the bite, but it's not enough to make him live, of course.
The one redeeming feature there for Team Russia is that Farlander has got his Kel'Thuzad stacks. He is on to 30 out of 30 on his Master of the Cold Dark. That gives him an extra 75% spell power. Knuti throws the spiders, uses the wall to zone just to control that point, but Lyric's not holding the top, so they're not actually gaining anything by that for now. Trying to put pressure onto Garrosh, who's taking a chunk of damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, look at the amount of damage that Garrosh took, though, for just simply walking up to that point.
Well, it's because...
Imagine now trying to hold that.
Yeah, Knuti's gone for full spider build, but he's been thrown in. He's in real trouble now. The Kel'Thuzad damage is on top. Maybe they can punish Stalk with a huge wall coming out from Nazeebo as he died. His dying breath summoned zombies to avenge him, and they have. But Galnagun is under so much pressure. Dahaka can rotate down a lot faster than Lyric, and that's going to punish the whole of Skogsapor. It's 3 members on the deck.
Absolutely huge plays here by Team Russia. Going for those kills, getting the execution out.
And that's the thing that Team Russia is showing here, is they're showing that they've got the better team fight. Like, Nazeebo is getting huge walls and huge sustained damage on Garrosh, but eventually that's getting healed out. He's surviving. Oh, Hanzo is not surviving. He's getting caught in these Kel'Thuzad combos and he's going down. Farlander, though, can he be punished by the spiders who are there? The walls here. Dahaka does not have Zed available this time.
Gets rooted.
And stunned.
Buttons, though.
Into the fray, though. Out of the fray. But, so that's the difference. Like, Lyric rotated and didn't get a takedown. Whereas when Dahaka rotated, they did get 3, in fact. And it's going to be level 10.
Really, really close now. Looking here now for Team Russia. A bit further away for Skogsapor still.
Yeah, so I think Skog just have to sit back, play a bit passive, throws the wall to try and zone that Kel'Thuzad. For now, Dahaka...
Yep, and here's a channel for Russia.
It's probably going to be enough to secure them the zone because Hanzo's pretty low. But here comes the arrow onto Kel'Thuzad, who's in the wall. Genji comes in with the extract, trying to look for some damage, and in response, the Ravenous Spirit are going to town onto Garrosh. Can they catch him? He's chasing. He's 198 HP, but it's not enough to finish the job because he has that armor trait. Meanwhile, at the top, Lyric and Dahaka had a 1v1 of their own. Dahaka actually used isolation to try and secure the kill, but it wasn't enough, and Lyric's now just healed himself fully back up with the Drain Hope.
Yep, in the meantime, Mr. Bannerbeer has rotated up as well. And that means I can take control of this point once more. And with Lyric so far away from the top point, he's not going to be able to contest that. So the 4-man of Skogsapor has to make sure that they get the hold on this bottom beacon.
Now, in fact, they're looking for possibly... to catch Joanna. She has used her Iron Skin, so she now has to be a little bit careful. Wit's going to sensibly step a little bit back while waiting for that Iron Skin. Secures the Bruiser camp for Skogsapor.
Point is contested because top point is in the hands.
Garrosh has gone in. He's taken a bunch of damage for it and he hasn't caught anyone. The hands are arrowing. Where's Garrosh gone?
Yeah, and there's the wave gone too.
Oh my days. Of course it is the 100, the 100 Zerg, as you say, going over to Team Russia. They will start putting pressure, but I got a feeling Knuti's Nazeebo is going to clear this up pretty quickly without too much trouble. And... oh, here's an Entombment to Ravenous Spirit again. It's savage, but the Ancestral's perfect on Farlander. Keeps him alive. And now Genji's getting stuck in. He is rooted by Malfurion. Great roots from Galnagun. Controlling the Genji, he would have caused a bit more of an accident. Now they're chasing. Look for the silence onto Hanzo. And the chains might finish the job onto Hanzo, but they did get the Joanna kill for now. And Genji's not finished. He's looking for more. Mr. Barnaby looking maybe to try to catch Hanzo. Isn't enough. And Leoric doesn't have the HP to go in. So this first Zerg wave is going to secure the bottom fort. And probably... Oh, hasn't actually secured the bottom fort. I spoke too soon. It's survived on 550 out of 13,000 HP. Which is not huge, but...
But it did survive.
But it's something, yeah. So.
Alright, so if you're Skogsapor, what is your next action going to be?
I think the next action is to get 13 as soon as possible. Actually, they're prioritizing this fort, which is a bit ambitious. Joanna does have the Iron Skin, so she's not too afraid of Garrosh, but it's about to end. And when it does, she's going to get chained in like that. Oh, that's going to be the end of Knuti, surely, with the Warlord's challenge on top. He's still alive, miraculously. Malfurion doing unbelievable heals, but Joanna goes down. Instead, here comes the Hacker. Start cleaning up. Isolation hits Leoric.
The isolation, but to the rescue is Leoric eating that. Galnaguder getting tongued in, falling next. They managed to take Garrosh in the process. But that is not the trait that you want. You don't want to lose 3 teammates for 1 kill. Mr. Bannerbeer is still looking for more here.
Yeah, I think for now that's all they can do. But by the way, you'll notice Max Passion immediately goes to check that boss because he knows that with the Genji, they can in theory do the boss so quickly using that deflect. So they have to keep eyes on the boss at all times, especially at a moment like that when they've lost a member and might be vulnerable to taking the boss. Leoric starts sucking Dahaka and runs away, but the Dahaka burrow stops the healing, so Max Passion's still on low HP. Is this an invade here? They know Leoric's just hearthed. Maybe they can fight. They don't have Ravenous Spirit as well on the side of Skogsapor.
But Wit is so far in here.
I think he can get away. Galnagunner though.
The throw! Oh god, the throw from Malfurion. So well played here by Stalk.
That was pretty savage, and Stalk's Garrosh is looking more and more devastating the longer this game goes on. I don't know even how he found Galnagunner, who was so far back. He managed to walk in pretty deep and throw Malfurion out. And that was basically the end of the fight at that point. And they're not even level 16 yet. I think once they get to level 16, it's going to be a real problem for Skogsapor, who've got to come up with something fast. They do have all 5 members available. They do have the Ravenous Spirit, and they entomb in a few seconds. So they might go for their traditional wombo combo. We've seen the next guys. Look at that Hanzo arrow though, but the cleanse from Kolya Margin. But is Garrosh on his own now? There is an entomb available. There it is. Is the Ravenous Spirit going to follow up on top? The Ancestral heals Garrosh. Maybe premature, but no, he didn't. They didn't want to take any risks.
Sick. Keeping everyone in place here, making sure that Galnagunner falls to the Shadow Fissure. Stalk is looking so low though, and he's the next one to fall. Throws the Malfurion, the Max Payne out. Max looking really low. Gets Bannerbeer, gets the E, gets another E, and he get the kill. Can he get the kill? The ice block is there. Oh my God, Knuti, how did you live there?
Well, also, how did Mr. Bannerbeer live, who was also on about 200 HP, just about managed to get away? Both teams dancing on low HP there.
Cyber Shield, by the way, the level 7 talent that Mr. Bannerbeer picked up. Make sure that whenever Cyber Agility is used, he gets 50 spell armor. I think that talent may have been crucial.
That's absolutely crucial against Nazebo. Yeah, that's meaning that Genji can survive a lot more pressure from Nazebo. Nazebo's going to be Nazebo's been tearing apart Garrosh, to be honest, and Genji's going to do a better job of surviving it sometimes because of that 50 spell armor. But the game is not over for Skogsapor by any stretch, but it's still a rough situation for them. They have managed to clear that Zerg completely without losing too much. So it's just about getting 16 now for Skog and just not panicking under pressure, or going near Garrosh when he can throw you in and kill you. Oh.
Yep. Oh, throws Farlander forward. The spike is there, and there's no spoopy walk here for Leoric, so he just dies.
I think Max Passion knew that he was going to die down. He sensibly walked away from his team so he couldn't get chained to them and bring one of them into difficulties as well. But is this going to be boss? The advantage of Lyric and his trait value is that now they can just watch this boss with Max Passion ready to respawn before it's over. I think Skogsapor are going to contest this. They look like they're getting in position. It's on a quarter HP, but Genji can finish it off pretty fast.
16.
But can they do an Entomb Steal? Is it Entomb Steal? No, the Taunt! The Taunt is absolutely huge. Here's the Entomb, it's too late.
The throw! But Max is still... No! He wasn't on the point anymore! Oh,
No.
Bit is still alive. They managed to take a kill here. Toxic's looking low, but gets the tongue onto Galna Gunnar. They trade. They're looking for more. Russia stepping up. Beautiful zombie wall to peel. Max Passion looking awfully low. Tongue coming out from Toxic once again. That is a boss.
We have to give credit to Toxic there, who pressed his tongue onto the Ravenous Spirit. If that Ravenous Spirit had been allowed to go on the point, that would have been probably the fight the other way. But Dahaka he knows what the job is. He knows he's got to interrupt that Knuti Ravenous Spirit, and he goes in every time. He's catching it with the tongue or the isolation, shuts that Ravenous Spirit down completely, and there was nothing left then at that point for Skogsapor. Speaking of nothing left, they don't have a keep left down in this bottom lane. They have to be a little bit careful when this boss comes through, which is about to.
Yeah, they have to be. Even Talontier so, and Beacons are about to go active. 10 seconds left. Everyone is ultimates. We don't have Twilight Dream, we don't have Ravenous Spirits, we don't have Ancestral Healing, and we don't have X-Strike.
Yeah,
Big game changers aren't all on the table just yet. They are going to be now, though, in about a few seconds for Skogsapor, who are looking for the engage here. Probably the last one they're going to get before Russia hits level 20. Here's the Entomb. Stock's the only one in it. Gets the Indomitable up. Here's a beautiful tree. Big Groundbreaker with a big Shadow Fisher. Takes 3 kills here for Russia.
And that's going to start looking like game. Wow, Stalk with the Groundbreaker. Just stunned.
Groundbreaker was so crucial right there.
Yeah, and the Kel'Thuzad Roots on top, and that was just suddenly the entire clump team of Skogsapor disappeared. And now I don't know what they do at this point. The Zerg is going to go bottom lane as well, where there's no keep already. The start is channeling up into 20%. I don't think anyone's going to respawn in time to contest this. It's going to be level 20 as well. It's looking really rough for Skogsapor. I don't know what they're going to do. Hanzo throwing out the arrows, just trying to buy some time for anything. They don't even know probably what they're going to hope for at this stage.
I mean, Leoric is here. Johanna and Ntsibo respawning right now. They're not going to stop the Zerg wave, but what are they going to do?
Oh, they've thrown the Entomb. The Rav's absolutely huge this time. It's getting Garrosh. Maybe they're going to get killed in response. They're chasing. They're starting to drain the hope. Max Passion trying to get some value onto the hacker, but he's going to get silenced and he's going to get punished as well. Pulls in the hands with him. That's going to hurt Skog. Skog dancing around though, still alive, trying to put some pressure. Can they stay in this game long enough, Skogsapor? No, they can't. Malfurian's dead. Kolya Margin coming in. The doggy's got teeth and he's biting away. Wit's gone down as well. Mr. Banana Bear has gone down.
That tower shot.
I've got to stop calling him Mr. Banana Bear when his name is Mr. Banabir. But Knuti's starting to Banana Bear. Nazeebo has finally fallen to the Zerg because he couldn't stop it on his own.
Oh,
it's going to be game. It's going to be 2-0. It's third place going over to Team Russia. Well played to them. We've got a giveaway coming up in just a second, but well, in fact, maybe let's start it as soon as possible.
I will start it now.
Congratulations to Team Russia, who've won third place, and they've won a prize of at least £25. And it's going to be more than that. I don't know the exact numbers because it depends on how many donations we get during the grand final, which is still going on right now, I believe.
Yep.
But don't go there just yet because we've still got to do our giveaway.
Yes, we're just running right now. Same old, just press an ! ticket space 1 in the chat to enter for a chance to win an Imperious bundle. Sponsored by our friends from Blizzard, of course.
Okay, so let's see. Um, where are we? So what's the situation right now, Joy K?
The situation right now?
In terms of the giveaway, has it started? Sorry.
It started, yes.
Yeah, so it has started now.
Everyone can
So
enter
they can enter it already, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break and show you some of the replays from that series, and when we come back, even before, we'll come back pretty soon, maybe in a couple of minutes, and finish the giveaway, and then we'll dispatch you all off to watch what we know you want to watch, which is the grand final, which is still going on and is currently 1-1 between main tank on flank and leftovers. Is shaping up to be an epic series. Don't go anywhere though. If you've entered the giveaway, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Yep, leftovers. I wanted to see this one view.
Oh my days! It is.
Rainer just knocked him back there.
They
have level 13 now, so this is the time for them to take the fight.
That's exactly what they're doing. Stork has to be careful. The smash isn't available just yet though. Maybe it's going to come soon. The nano boosted Jaina!
But she has no HP! And Galna cannot heal because he has isolation on him.
Oh, that's
so
a lot of
the
reset.
entire team fight is just going to swing around in the favor of
Hanzo doesn't manage to secure the kill because the route wasn't in time. And now Mr. Bannerbeer in a nasty wall with a nasty grenade on top. It's going to be the end of Reina. On top, there's nothing to follow up though.
And immediately the grenade, and that's a kill.
This is causing massive damage now. Stitches has to use his bile just to get out of there, but that Entomb is so savage from Max Passion, tearing apart the whole team with the Hanzo and the Zebo damage on top of it.
And Farlander in the cage.
Oh, with a ram!
Another cage!
It's absolutely savage!
They've got cages for days on the side of Skogsapor.
They are. They're like a sort of cosmetic animal testing company. They're literally... now they're going for Malfurion with another cage. Shut him down as well. Mal'Ganis using the swap onto Stitches to punish him even more. This is absolute destruction coming out of Skogsapor, and they will get the mid fort as well.
Passion, get the damage here.
But the Entomb into Rav again!
It was so huge!
Finally, Stitches interrupts the Rav. It was a nanoed Rav, by the way, so it did tear off most of the flesh of his teammates. Toxic is in trouble as well. Has the Ant Skin, might get away, but Rainer maybe not so lucky. The spiders are chasing. 7 little spiders tearing at his ankles. He does manage to get away with the help of the Ragnarok speed, but Joanna not so lucky.
No, Max Payne managing to finish off the Johanna Farlander under heavy here. Once again being completely walled up. Wow, Skogsapor is really, really showing that they are in control of this game.
They're looking so dominant in these fights. The Entomb into Ravenous Spirit is such an... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's just about time for us to draw the giveaway. So, Joy K, would you do the honors?
I will.
I don't have a drum roll sound effect, so I'm just going to sort of do this dance.
We'll just press the button and draw a winner.
This is the drum roll dance.
And And the winner is My Name is Wit. Congratulations. You have won a Imperious bundle.
Oh, well done to Wit, who was also a player in this tournament.
Yeah.
So fair play.
And a tank player, so he should be very happy that he won Imperious.
Great stuff from them. We are going to dash off, and the reason we're dashing off, comrades and friends, which you might not know, is that right now the grand final is going on twitch.tv/Halloween Heroes. So head over there and watch the grand final. It's 1-1 so far, main tank on flank versus leftovers, and there is some intense plays going on, I can tell you that. It's been a blast casting your Hallows Cup. Joy K, how have you felt throughout the experience?
It's been a blast, as you just said. It was great. It was hype. It was so nice. And as I said earlier, it's just so nice seeing some of my personal friends playing alongside pros in this tournament. And it's so great that this is happening. And yeah, amazing stuff. Really amazing.
Yeah, it's been high quality play from all the teams. Congratulations to Team Russia, who we've just seen take third place in a very close series, and great stuff from their opponent Skogsapor as well. Just solid stuff from everyone so far, and I think we all look forward to seeing more. But for now, the All Hallows Cup is not over. It's continuing on twitch.tv/Halloween Heroes. I'll host that on this channel in just a minute. But Joy K, why don't you tell people where you can be found on the internet?
Aha! Well, you can find me on the internet, that is. You can find me on twitch.tv/IamJoy. And the link will show.
Put it in the chat.
The chat.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for watching. I don't have a rhyme to round us off. Maybe Joy K does. Improvise?
Improvise? Oof. Please no.
Bye then. Good night, everybody.
Bye.